Hello everyone. How's it going? Today is apparently my partner anniversary. Don't remember it ever being on August 17th, but apparently it is. I don't think I've ever actually celebrated my partner anniversary. But today we will be celebrating the new season reveal, which is in 2 hours. We will we'll be doing hacker replay beforehand and then the reveal panel after. I have a few things to say about hacker replay, but I'll wait till we actually start. So let me close this thing. My chat keeps trying to tell me to share that it's my partner anniversary, but I don't really care. You early bastard. Thank you, Sam. Oh. Hi, Josh. So chat, yesterday I did my first ever leg slash glute workout in a gym. My first ever workout in an actual gym. And my legs aren't that sore today. They're a little sore, but not much. Like, people told me I wouldn't be able to walk today. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Let me see your ass. But I was like, I think it's just sore enough that I probably don't want to stand all day. Because I have to stand for the reveal, and then I'm supposed to stand for hacker replay. So I was like, I'll probably just sit. That'll be tiring to stand all day. I have Venray. That has been a, unfortunately, long-term thing, or long-time thing. By the way, thanks for the tier 1 sub from Skibdy Sigma. Thank you. Have I ever looked into the operators you've played in your stats for every season? I don't think I can see every season. I mean, I can see. I think this is just this season. Or no. Oh, I guess. Oh, I forgot you can sort by season. Hmm. I feel like it doesn't change too much. Oryx is always in the top. Thermite's always in the top. Sometimes Monty goes up, but that's because of cheaters. Hope you're having a good day. It's been decent. I just woke up not too long ago. My sleep schedule's been fucked. Yesterday, I took I think it was an hour and a half nap. It's the longest nap I've taken in a long time. Normally, my naps are like 20 to 30 minutes and I feel refreshed. And yesterday, I woke up. I was like, where the fuck am I? And then that was only after like 40 minutes. I walked over to the other couch, lay on that couch, and slept for like another half hour. I can fully understand why F1 drivers are called athletes because you went go karting. I mean, we had this discussion because I remember Evan mentioned what he thinks are like some things that people think are sports. He says is not a sport in his opinion. We were talking about it the other day. My one friend got like almost visibly upset because I mentioned, I was like, oh yeah, did you know chess is considered a sport? And he's like, what? He's like, they're not athletes. I'm like, I mean, it's considered a sport. And then he's just like, no, I refuse to acknowledge that. I was like, it is a sport. Was it Rob? No, it was one of my high school friends. Also, while we wait for people to get into stream, I'm going to do my Wordle in the Discord because I keep forgetting to do it. The worst part is for my Wordle today, I knew what word it was. I was going to do it for my third one. I was like, I'll just do something to check for more letters. And then I was just dumb. Yeah. Did I see your Wordle clutch? Was it from yesterday or today? Let me see. Today's at like 2 a.m. You went from like nothing to damn. Battlefield 6 has been a lot of fun to play. I haven't been playing it too much because I don't want to get bored of it. I know myself. I know I get bored of games very easily. I'm like, I want to play it, but I know if I play it, I'm just going to get bored. I also don't want to get bored of the maps. That's the big thing. Because like when Battlefield actually comes out, I don't want to queue and then be like, man, I hate this map. Let's leave the lobby. You know? I would consider chess a sport because you use your brain to think about the next move. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of arguments about, because he was saying, well, sports are athletic by nature. I'm like, I don't think they have to be athletic. I think it's just a competition between two people or two teams or whatever. Fuck Cairo. I feel like that map's not actually that bad, Ben, but because there's so few weapons, I feel like it makes it worse. Because like literally you can only run shotguns on that map. Ooh. All right, I'll give another like 2 minutes and then we'll start hacker replay. Do you have any tips for solo queue ranked? I have one really good tip for solo queue ranked. Don't do it. Do not do it. Solo queue ranked is horrendous. Solo queue ranked is what people do to punish themselves. Actually, before we start hacker replay, I'm gonna do or update the drops command. I updated the drops command because we are gonna have a drop today. Free charm for watching the season reveal. So cute, does that make me a masochist? Slightly. Well, I mean, it depends. Do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy solo queuing? If so, that is masochism. It's scary when you're running around and just catch a shotgun round. Well, I didn't even know until Ben told me about it, but apparently you can run slugs on that shotgun and then just snipe people. But I'm not a punk ass bitch, so I don't do that. 8 to 7. I think the slugs make the shotgun worse. Would it? Because then you can actually snipe. The buckshot makes it spread so much that like anything past 5 meters you're not killing. I tried the Battlefield 6 beta and wanted to learn how to play, and everyone was so sweaty and I barely got to move. Is it sweaty or are you just bad? Because like as someone who's been playing the Battlefield 6 beta, I can't say people have been sweaty. It's just chaos. And if you're not used to Battlefield especially, I feel like it'll feel like sweating, but really it's just the whole point of the game is that your life doesn't really matter and there's going to be a lot of chaos and you're probably going to die a lot, and that's okay. That's not true. You can snipe people with the buckshot. Josh, I feel like we've been playing different games. If I'm not using the sniper, I'm using the shotgun, and I can guarantee you that 99% of the time, if they're past 5 or 10 meters, it's like 3 shots to kill someone with the shotgun. Even if I'm aiming center mass, it's usually like 1 shot 50, second shot 17, third shot like 40. I sniped someone from 183 meters with a buckshot on the shotgun. He was low by a teammate, and the pellet gave me a lucky headshot. That is pretty lucky, but that is cool. But other than that, yeah, like it is trash at range. recoil is weird in the game, Goda. It's like if a gun has no attachments, the recoil in Battlefield is insane and like uncontrollable. And then you put like 3 attachments on and then it becomes a laser.
I just love dicks, bro.
Thanks for 7 months, Bean Sella. Apparently the maps we're getting are fairly bigger than the ones we have. I mean, it makes sense. I think they specifically chose the smaller maps to promote as much combat as possible and chaos to see, like, push everything to its limits. Also, last time that they had a large map as the beta one, everyone hated it. Thank you, Rody, Mike. Or Make. Alright. Chat. Let's get started with Hacker Replay. First big update for Hacker Replay. I don't know if it's because you guys have all stopped playing Siege or what, but my submissions went down from 2 weeks ago. We were at 500 submissions a week. This week was 180. So we went down by 60% of the submissions. Now, that is to say that last week they also released an update that apparently removed a lot of cheaters, and they did ban a lot of cheaters. So it's either you guys are submitting less, or you're playing less, or there's less cheaters. I don't know which one it is. But the first match we're going to watch is the Canal 1. I hate when I do this where I forget why I downloaded certain matches. Oh, actually, I do remember this one. So in this match, we have Cage Kicks, who's accusing Raymer. And the reason they're accusing them is because the reason I chose this match is because this is a apparently silver/bronze level lobby, and he thinks someone's cheating. He says even in the low ranks, people are cheating. Which is to show that no matter where you are, nothing is safe. But we'll see. It is also in the low ranks, a lot of people accuse like crazy, and then the person's not even cheating. The person who accused them is just salty that they lost. Haven't played in 3 weeks. Hopped on last night and played 2 separate cheaters in 2 separate matches out of 8 matches. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, 2 out of 8 is actually pretty good. What do we think the odds are that this is just... he happens to be aiming here and then he's like moving to reposition? And how much of it is like a soft aim that's pulling his aim towards someone? Because that felt very, very unlikely for him to move and aim like that as Thermite crossed his vision. Or not vision, but, you know, lineup. I'm guessing he is walling just off of this. He aims back at Sledge, he aims high, and then he brings it low right on him. Free fires. Oh, he's definitely walling. He's just staring right at him. So, this is not a case of someone just, you know, being worse. This is an actual cheater. Which, unfortunately, does go to show that there are cheaters everywhere. A lot of people think cheaters are only in Champ or Diamond, and if you think there's a cheater in the low ranks that you're just trash, but no, there are cheaters everywhere. And, like, cheaters naturally are not good at Siege. If they were good, they wouldn't need to cheat. So they come in all shapes and forms and all ranks, at all colors. I want to see if he wins or loses. Let me just tell this guy's copper without cheats. I mean, what's surprising is he actually seems to already be copper with cheats anyways. Because again, this lobby, he sent a photo of the whole lobby. The average rank was like bronze and silver. And like even with walls, he
took so long to realize someone was jumping out. I kind of want to see this Valkyrie's aim because he somehow missed everything. Oh, he was trying to hit the Blackbeard, that's why. Just fucking fuse the Blackbeard. Blackbeard's down to 1 HP because of that fuse charge. So, the cheater does win. What are the odds that this is his actual name? Just Raymer8812. Because a lot of people in low ranks do not use streamer mode. Oh my god, it actually is. He has been banned. He peaked at bronze 2. Now, does that mean that he was actually bronze 2? No. He was still gaining 80, which means that he probably would have been considered like a high silver or low gold. What the hell is this new thing? Look. Team kill. Victim. Why is it tagging him as a victim in this match? Is it because he got team killed? Why is it saying 1v2 loss? Bro, did R6 Tracker just add tags to insult people? Victim. 1v2 lost. Like, why is it telling you that? Victim is if you die every round? Oh. That's so weird. Wait, what? Oh, it said 2 to 5, which confused me. Okay, well, he is cheating. He already got banned for cheating. Doesn't seem like the one person he plays with was in the lobby. Okay. Now, after watching that one, we have... So we have that one showing the cheaters are in every match, whether it's high rank or low rank. And then they also come in different shapes and sizes. So that one was obviously walls. No aimbot, no like zero recoil from what we saw, but plain walls. This one, we have, this is not me, but VG Rockwall, who's accusing Brody Thug Wilson, also known as Akitsu Max 240. And this guy, instead of doing your traditional, you know, wall bangs, aimbot, blah blah, he is apparently exploiting like crazy, going inside the map or inside the walls and killing people. Which, if he's gonna do the exact same one that we've seen before, this is not anything new. Or maybe it is new. What the fuck did I just watch? What? Bruh. He's planting inside the wall. Huh? And then he suicided. What? That is insane. I'm so confused. Like, how does he even do that? Because I've seen exploits before in this map where people get into, like, the ceiling, but I've never seen that one where they get into the wall. Why did he frag himself? I would assume he did it so that he could not be caught by the system. Because if he, like, got a bunch of kills or did something there, they'd be like, oh, he got a lot of kills. He's cheating. But because he just planted and died, stat bans will be really hard to pull on him. What's weird, or what's unfortunate, I guess, for this lobby. This is quick match, by the way. They're cheating like this in quick match. Apparently he does some type of exploit almost every single round. I don't know if it's the same one. I assume it is because it's OSA, but we'll watch and see. Yeah, all this in quick match. This is how sad cheaters are. They can't even just play like a casual mode like quick match for fun. They have to cheat. I'm really curious how the shield comes into play, because like I've seen a lot of lag cheats before, but I've never seen one like this, where they vault over, pick up the shield, and then the shield lets them basically no clip. So like they're clearly activating a lag like switch here, so that they lag when they go to pick up the shield. But I have zero clue how that works. Like, how are they using the shield to get inside the wall? I don't get it. Oh, he's also using the leg exploit to not use walls, but to like cheat and see people. So like, look, here he looks away, and then he locks right onto her because he probably peeked while lagging, and then now knows that she's there. Does it again. This was the apparent lag exploits that they said they fixed last week, or in one of their posts they said they were fixing a bunch of lag exploits. So I guess they didn't, or there's just more than they ever knew about. Where is it? Actually, in the post they specifically do just say it is just exploit fixes, not lag exploit fixes, so could have been any type of exploit. This is such a weird one. I think they even do something in the next round though, when they're not OSA. So they play recruit. Oh, I assume they're probably going to use... Yeah. So they can use any type of shield to do this. So they vault over, pick up the shield, and somehow the shield picking it up makes them no clip. So he is just prone inside of the red car. And if I had to guess, I feel like when they push in, he'll be able to shoot them and they won't be able to shoot him. This is actually, I don't know how many of you guys would remember this. This is going back to like year 1 of Siege. There used to be a white van in Consulate Garage way back in year 1. And people used deployable shields to vault into the van, and they could shoot out of it, but you couldn't shoot into it. And it was just terrible for the game because everyone would just always sit in there, and like secure area was unplayable because of that. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, who cares about secure area, but it was a fun game mode. So he's about to finally get a kill here. So this one doesn't even really give him an advantage, because like he's just stuck in here, but he can't shoot through the car and they can shoot him, so I don't really get the point of that one. Why am I so eepy? Okay, what does he do this round? What I don't understand is how the shield gives him the ability to clip through walls. It doesn't seem to matter because he's trash and doesn't realize what he's doing. But how does it let him do that? I think the leg cheat is taking advantage of the momentum mechanics of Siege X to continue movement when he jumps over and grabs the shield. I don't think that's it personally, because walls should stop your momentum no matter what. I don't think lag momentum would cause you to go through the wall, but I mean, I could be wrong. This game is, as a lot of people say, held together with duct tape and prayers. So maybe you can go through if it's lag, but ideally that should be an easy fix. This person has only played this season from the looks of it. He played one season in year 7. He played 0 matches. Did he play? Oh, he played a lot of unranked before. He's also doing this in quick match, which he plays the most of. He plays a decent amount this season, but seems to be just exploiting like crazy. He doesn't even seem to have that many kills or that many wins. He seems to be actually losing more than he's winning. So he's doing all this and not even winning. I feel like that makes it worse. I just noticed that in this match he's only 3-3. But I guess, remember, he probably is trying to keep his stats low so he doesn't get banned. But he is cheating. Just not your traditional wall hacks. I think the no clip is related to the picking up of the shield. If I recall correctly, there was a cheater on Hacker replay using Osa shield to get into walls on Emerald Plains. So maybe the no clip is related to picking up a shield. So before, the way they used Osa to get into walls, it wasn't Emerald Plains. There was one on Chalet that they used Osa and Scopos for. It was vaulting over a shield would allow you to get into the wall, because they didn't have something in place where if the shield's up against the wall and you vault over it sideways, you just land inside the wall. They didn't have anything to prevent that. So that kind of made more sense in this, like, people were literally just vaulting into it. But this one being that you have to put down the shield, jump over it, pick it up, or like, I guess, leg, jump over it, pick it up, and then you suddenly can no clip for free. It just doesn't, the logic isn't there. Is it really cheating if it's just using the game mechanics? If you can tell me how that is just using game mechanics, I will give you $5. Because it's not game mechanics. They are using a leg switch that then exploits some bug to allow them to no clip. That's not a game mechanic. That is an exploit, which is a cheat. I know people, for some reason, never catch on to this, even though Ubisoft has said themselves, and everyone agrees, except for the cheaters, exploiting is cheating. I know the console players hate to hear that, because console players love exploits. But exploits are cheats. It doesn't matter if you don't have to download or do anything crazy for it. You can just do it. It's still a cheat. And not to mention with console, with the exploits, people would do the ones where it's like they'd have the deployable shield covering their face, and they're like, it's not cheating because I can do it without having to download anything. It's still cheating. Exploit is a cheat. Server might get stuck thinking you're in the pickup shield animation due to lag, and that somehow allows the player model to no clip. I just don't understand how those two are related. I think we're, like, you guys are on the right path or idea, but I just don't understand how the server gets that confused. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, that part doesn't make sense. Everything else makes sense, but how the server is just like, yeah, you know what, you're lagging, just no clip. Doesn't make any sense. I'm just going to quickly do one thing before we go into the next match. chat. So just give me 1 minute. Okay. If exploits aren't cheating, the OBS wall hack bug wasn't cheating, therefore crossplay wall hacks ain't cheating. Big brain. Genius. Okay. I think the next few matches should be more basic. Nothing crazy. But we'll see. Again, since I only had 180 submissions this week, which is 300 less than lately, than most weeks on average, there weren't many for me to choose from. And I know 180 still sounds like a lot, but I would say easily 80% of the matches submitted are all like blatant cheaters in quick match, and you guys don't care about that. So I try not to show those ones, which means I only have like 30 to choose from, and even those might not be good. In this match, we have Boogie Go, who's accusing Isma's Easy. And quickly before we watch this match, someone says, they disagree with me. How do you separate exploit from intended game mechanic? For example, would nade cooking and killing someone from floor be exploit because it wasn't intended by devs? I mean, the pretty easy and basic thing to think here is surely throwing a nade and having it kill someone, even if it wasn't intended by devs that way, is still fine. But clipping through a wall and planting a diffuser inside the wall where the defending team can't defuse it or even see it, surely you could understand how that is different than cooking a nade. Surely. I don't think that should be a hard difference. Did I post a vid today? I will be posting a vid today, Cluster. Just wait. Okay, so in this match, Isma's Easy apparently cheating, throwing down some terrible goos. He does get the first kill. I also just noticed Legion with observation blockers, all 3 blockers in their back pocket. I think they're walling just off that. Leaning the wrong way, but ready for the Maverick. They were looking at Maverick through the wall. He's also, like, he punched that, but he's looking at them, waiting for a reaction through the wall. I think did he just line him up? He let the walls get the better of him. He's just aiming, and then he aims at them through the wall, and pre-fires and loses, by the way. I think this is very obvious that he is cheating. Unfortunately, this probably will be a decent amount of the rest of the matches because, again, did not have too many to look through.
Just game coding that says and shows its weakness that where it's not fully implemented. Why these dumb exploits keep happening on console side?
He's doing the typical 360 mechanic where he constantly turns around in a circle to see if he can see where people are. I assume he knows the person's about to come from drug. Actually, the cheater loses. I didn't even notice. I don't think he realizes that Rook is right there, because I think he's too tunnel visioned on the door. Bro, he has walls and he didn't realize that someone was next to him, because he could not look away from the clash. Oh, to be a bad cheater. Let me look up ismiz-easy. Maybe it's an L. It is. Oh. The hell's this person's name? Alright, I will have to find the match. This was a theme park match on the 15th, where Boogie won. Oh, that was easy. Is that? I typed up that exact name. Oh, he changed it. It's Yuxu now. Yuxu, aka ismiz-easy, is level. What doesn't show? Bro, I hate that it does this now. Let me see. I think if I look it up directly, it'll show. Or maybe not. No. I hate like here you can see like my level and stuff, and then here it shows their matches and battle pass level, but it doesn't show their actual level. Because like if you look at year 10 season 2 overview, it shows this. If you go to my year 10 season 2 overview, it shows level and matches played and time played. Or actually, that says lifetime overall. Why doesn't it show that for them? Am I missing it? Am I blind? No. It just doesn't even have a lifetime thing. I don't get why it does that. Let's see. Were they playing with someone? No. Not that we can tell in this lobby. But yes, obviously cheating, surprisingly not banned. But, I mean, they seemed pretty lost, so kind of makes sense that they wouldn't get flagged that quickly. I had a quick match where Maestro was able to clip into a washing machine on Basement Oregon and shoot us, but we couldn't shoot him. I think someone told me that they were going to submit that before. I remember hearing about that before, but I think the match they submitted was wrong. But, I mean, honestly, half these hacker replays now are about people clipping into walls because it feels like normal cheating is not as common. I mean, I still experience it a lot. Walls, aimbot, all that stuff. But now people are just doing like no clipping and exploiting. And the reason I think they're doing that more is because the no clipping and exploiting is easier on console. So console people can do it. Versus like on PC, for wall hacks, aimbot, all that stuff, you need a PC. Or you need a specific setup for it. But no clip and like leg exploits anyone can do on any platform, which is really annoying. But it is unfortunately accessible for them. But I did think Professor Miyagi with the 2 months. What did you say? Here's an old school exploit. Remember the yacht going through the roof? Just game coding that says and shows its weakness. That's where it's not really fully implemented. The yacht going through the roof? I don't actually remember that one. Don't know. But it does suck. Are all these exploits potentially possible because they're swapping around the code to prevent cheating? Could that be breaking code? No, they talked about it in the video. I didn't watch it on stream. I reacted to it off stream because I wanted it for a video and I didn't see it while I was streaming. Where Alex Karpazis talks about cheating and why cheating is so bad right now. And he said that a lot of the cheat developers and exploiters have been able to take advantage of the fact that they did have to change a lot of the foundational code for Siege for Siege X. So whenever developers change like the code of a game and change everything, you're going to have a lot of people finding exploits and weaknesses because when they have to change everything, naturally something's going to slip through the cracks. So I think Siege X is more to blame than anything else, which sucks. But anyways, that is match 3. Let's go on to match number 4, which is on Skyscraper? No, I think it was on Villa. Oh no, it is this one. Oops. We have the Dobo who's accusing You're a Brick 28 or You a Brick 28. If you can't adapt to players exploiting, then you just deserve to be copper. I don't think that's a really fair thing to say when the exploit we just saw on Consulate, we keep talking about it even though it's been 2 matches, was him literally going into the wall and like, he can tell, not tell, but he can just take advantage of the fact that, you know, you're not expecting him to be inside the wall in 20 seconds. I don't think that's being bad or anything. I think that is just, you know, you're expecting the game to work and it doesn't. You can't really be considered to be at fault for not expecting broken mechanics. Oh, it was sarcasm? Bruh, then put a kappa. Because some people do believe that. Again, that is the mentality of console, unfortunately, is exploits are fair game because they're like, if you don't adapt, you deserve to lose. It's why the Clash shield glitch was so common on console. It's why the Jaeger face shield was common on console. Like, all these exploits are always on console. By the way, this guy is definitely cheating. I'm just trying to get more proof of it. He's trying very hard to make it look like he's just roam clearing, but no one roam clears by sprinting around the map and then stopping and aiming down sight as soon as they approach an enemy that they don't know is there. It wouldn't surprise me if this guy thinks he's slick and thinks that, like, oh, there's no way they'd know that I'm cheating. But, like, obviously, anyone who looks at the match is going to be like, yeah, this guy's obviously cheating. What I want to know is whether he's banned or not. Because I'd say this is so obvious that he should be banned. Please tell me he walks into this Capcan trap and he doesn't notice it. This would absolutely make my day. Oh, apparently it's destroyed. That's sad. I think he's trying way too hard to, like, meme on him. 'Cause, like, obviously he's doing this just because he knows where he is and he thinks he has every advantage in the world. But he actually ends up losing this fight. Okay, Disney, I am too. This guy definitely thinks he's a lot better than he actually is. This feels a lot like typical cheaters where they do all this because they're like, oh, I'm so good, I'm so good. But, like, they're really not that good. If you have to get cheats like this to do well, or to, like, get kills, then you're obviously not that good. He actually manages to die after only getting 1 kill, from the looks of it. Yeah. Doesn't know how to deal with a shield. Countered by a shield. Alright. I don't think this is his actual name, but I guess I'll try to look it up anyways. You a brick 28. Nope. Why is it impossible to get a 5-stack nowadays? I don't know about you, but the main thing holding me back from a 5-stack is a lot of my friends having kids. Kids ruin 5 stacks. Let it be known. So his real name is KVY dot. He is in plat with a 2.01 KD, level 127 with 220 hours of playtime. A negative win rate. How do you have a negative win rate while cheating this blatantly? What am I doing? I'm looking for ranked. On a 7-win streak. Okay, so if I had to guess, I feel like he started cheating recently. Because look, on August 2nd, moderate headshot ratings 57, 50, 50, 66, 36, 0, 0, like a couple zeros. Low overall headshot ratings. Or normal headshot ratings. And then he came back to the game. Like 55 over 9 is high, 75 over 8 is high, 100, but those are low, 45 over 11, 75 over 8, 57 over 14. I feel like he started cheating just this week. He's also playing with a banned cheater, apparently. Ambidextrous. Already banned for cheating at level 72. So I think he only just started cheating this week. That would be my guess. Alright, now, next 2 matches. Ideally, these ones are not obvious, but again, I feel like they might be. In this match, we have Trail Alert, who is accusing Who's Joe 225. Who's Joe? I think this may be a false submission, chat. I'll tell you why in a second. Unless I have the names wrong. So it is Who's Joe who submitted it. Let me check. Maybe I wrote down the names wrong. Because it seems to be backwards. Just give me a minute, I gotta pull up my Dropbox. Why is my Dropbox refusing to work all of a sudden? There we go. Oh. Okay, so let me check to make sure. He, in the text file, specifically says it is for sure this Who's Joe guy, but I'm pretty sure he is Who's Joe. We'll be able to tell here. This is why you never submit false submissions, because I can tell if you're lying or not. Yeah, so he is Who's Joe. So he lied and submitted himself. So we'll find a different match to replace that one, because that is bullshit. We'll move on to the next match instead. In this match, we have Lava 6-7, who's accusing Retrussi. I'll have it be known, I was looking at my submissions, bro. I'm pretty sure Lava 6-7 reported half of the matches that we had in the last week, because I was looking through and I was like, man, there's like 10 submissions back to back from Lava. Either he faces a lot of cheaters or he just thinks everyone's cheating. It's one of the two. Let's find out. Let's make sure. I assume it is Lava who submitted, since he submitted so many, but I'm just gonna confirm. Yeah, okay. It is Lava. Quick start. How can you tell unranked from ranked on the match replay with the new ban system? You can't. It's annoying. It used to say up here above the bomb, it used to say ranked or unranked, but now it doesn't. He seems to be not very concerned about anything other than this one person at this window for some reason across the map. That zombie is outside, by the way. Ain't no way that a zombie thinks they can win this fight constantly running outside for 10 seconds at a time. So far I'd say it looks a little weird. It feels like he's constantly aiming at people that he doesn't really know about. Especially the alibi who was underneath printer window. He sat there and stared at her for so long, even though he was on the other side of the map. This is the fight. That looked normal to me. Other than the alibi. But the alibi killed his teammate though? Yeah, but he was looking at the alibi before that. When he was over here by the wall, Ash was here on the roof, and then alibi was prone underneath the window. And he was already aiming at the window through his teammate, which is just odd. Like, why do that? But like nothing super evident. Nothing like just staring at people and locking onto them through walls. I'm still a little weirded out by how he again was aiming at her, but maybe it was just coincidence. Like he is doing this a lot still, where he just kind of stops and stares, which makes me assume walls, but again, no crazy evidence of it yet. And like, I think if he had walls, why would he flash this? Because he knows no one's in here. Unless he's trying to fake it. Because like, it is weird. He is standing in front of that window when someone could have been behind the lockers and swing him, but he wasn't concerned about that. But then he also like flashed it for no reason. Let me look at the other side of the map for somebody, but no one's over there. They are pinging him. He's actually still looking at the ping, even though Vigil ran away. I don't know. I can get the suspicion, but I'm also kind of like, yeah, I'm they're at least communicating, if not a duo. I mean, definitely, like, they were pinging the Vigil, and he was reacting to it. Some people's colors are messed up for some reason. I don't know. He's getting his teammate to drone him in. And he pinged it. Oh. That does kind of look like he lined up the frost through the floor, but he did just get shot by her. It looked like he aimed right at her, but again, if you just got shot by her, you can assume where they'll be. That is why smoke plant cover does not work. I don't know. I wouldn't say anything they've done so far is like, oh my god, blatantly walling. I'm still a little iffy, but they're not being blatant. It does seem weird because, like, the person you saw on the drone isn't anywhere near there, but oh, he's just shooting at the dead body. And then he dies. The Lodo is sus as well. I assume you're talking about when he was recruit. An M4 with a hard breach and smokes. It's not really sus. It would be nice if we could see the bans, because I would assume they'd banned Kai, so he knows that he doesn't need to bring EMPs. But we don't know that for sure. Wait. Your argument for him being suspicious is that only cheaters run the M4 on Striker. Bruh, that is literally like the most common loadout. No way you think someone's cheating because they are using a specific gun. That is very, very common. That looked fine. This part looked a little weird. So he swings out and he kills the Twitch, which is, it looked like a reaction to me. He swings past the thermite, swings back, kills them, but then when he turns around, his aim is right on the person on Skybridge, but he also could just be turning around to go fight Skybridge. The M4 is hard to control. Bro, what? No, it's not. It's like literally one of the easiest guns. I run a silencer on the M4 because it's so easy to control. Sometimes they can get away with you, or get away from you with the silencer, but without a silencer, it is a joke to control. Hate to break it to you, if you think using a specific gun is suspicious, other than the F2, then you might just be bad at the game. Again, none of this has seemed too suspicious. Every single push and like kill has been fine. I get here he's being greedy because he just wants the ace. Loses the ace. I don't think that's that bad. I've been playing for years, and you find the M4 hard to control? Might be time to hang it up. Alright, if I don't see anything crazy in this round, I'm gonna say not cheating. Sure, his movement and aim is like a little and like some of it probably could have been suspicious, but it's not enough for me to think that he's cheating. Just small things that I'm assuming could have either been because of callouts that we obviously don't know about, or you just be acting weird. You know? Looked fine. You wait till they shot the camera to know that they were looking the wrong or like the other way. Oh, he sees the barrel. And then he dies. Yeah, I don't think he's cheating. Watch him be banned for cheating. Nope. 2-time diamond. Previously plat. Gold a long time ago. Level 127 with 300 hours played. Low win rate overall. Normal headshot rating overall. Ranked lifetime stats are completely average. And I would assume that he did not play with any cheaters. Nope. I don't think he's cheating. Thanks for 2 months. G37 Reaper.
Yippee.
Alright. I'm going to have to find a 6th match to replace here because they tried to accuse themselves. I don't understand why. The 5th match that we skipped, by the way, they accused themselves, and they also said that the person they were accusing, which was themselves, was boosting people. I'm guessing they wanted me to watch them play and be like, oh my god, they're so good, but they're not cheating. And then be like, he'd be like, guys, look, Varsity thinks that I'm boosting you guys. Like, no, I'm not falling for that shit. Okay, my Dropbox, I feel like it's just bugging out today. Give me a second, chat, while I look through my submissions. The issue is almost every single submission is super blatant cheater, and I don't really care about those ones because we already have enough of those. What's the point of getting boosted? Is it just flexing? A lot of the people who pay for boosts are people who aren't that good but have friends who play the game, so they pay for a boost to get into the like high ranks. Or it might not even be friends, because I seriously doubt people who pay for boosts have friends, but they just want to show off to other people they know, be like, look, I'm a champ. I made it to champ, even though obviously they got boosted there. And like, it's always a thing in every game, in every possible rank situation. There's even creators who get boosted like crazy and feel proud of themselves for reaching high ranks that they don't deserve. That's always been a big thing in Siege, is people call out content creators all the time because they're like, this guy is like a 0.3 KD and he's in champ. Like, I know there was that whole thing with that console creator, the E2 Smooth guy, who was cheating using Zim and he still had a 0.3 KD. But he always got boosted up to champ. Another Blaine match. Okay. I'll download this one because based off of the text document, this match looks like they say someone downloaded a 24-hour trial of cheats. I'm really curious what that looks like. Alright, in this match we have Comrade Devil, who's accusing Guz1 and Fake Pro 1121. So he says wait. I'm confused. He says the hackers are Guz1 Fake Pro. His stack was Satoru Goju. So the Ash and Fake Pro 1121. Gojo was actively defending him all game and accused Voided of cheating, but Voided is actually friends with Comrade, and apparently that's a console player. He says, okay, it's also possible that Gojo could also be cheating. Did I get that right? So he says, Guz1, Gojo, and Fake Pro. He says, Gojo seems like a good player in a cheating stack, or he's really good at hiding it. Fake Pro looked like he was walling but had no game sense. Wait, where's the 24 hours thing? I swear I saw it. Oh. In a different part of the file, he says... I don't know who he's talking about in particular, but he says one of them has what looks like a 24-hour trial of cheats. So whatever, we'll just look through as kills come through. First one is Buck, Guz1, who gets a kill. I would say Guz1's probably already cheating. Fake Pro is just walking in. He is lining people up through walls. Guz1 looks like he looks at the Valkyrie downstairs. He knows she's down there. Bro, what is that aim? That aim with absolutely zero game sense seems crazy. But somehow getting kills, by the way. Oh, the Buck actually goes below and tries to open right where the dock is. And then tries to shoot him through the floor. Okay. So, again, apparently the Gojo guy is defending these two people the entire game, saying, no, they're not cheating. They're not cheating. Obviously, they are cheating. Dies. And then how does Guz1 die here? He's literally shooting this guy through the floor. Oh, he dies over here. Damn. Let me see around with the Gojo guy, because he says Gojo's a good player, or he's really good at hiding his cheats. Surely he must do something in the last round. He gets a few kills, actually. So I would guess that he's at the very least queued with them, but whether he has cheats or not, we don't know. But if you're gonna defend two people on your team and say they're not cheating, then I feel like you gotta be queued with them. Okay. Did notice here when he pushes down, he aims at the guy, I think, through the wall even before looking at the door. But he could have just, he might have been trying to aim at the door and just mis-aimed. Oh my god, audio's bugging out. Okay, now he goes for a flank and gets at least one kill here, I think two. He just flicked over at him. Oh. That was a normal kill. He gets the Monty here. That all seemed normal. Now let's see if he's queued with them. Guz1 dot. Not been banned for cheating. He is queued with the two cheaters. So I believe it was this guy who he said had a trial for cheats. Let's look at the history here. Was this not ranked? It was ranked. Oh, this was a week ago. Goddamn. So August 8th. Oh my god, okay. So before this, on August 7th, he had a high headshot rating and a moderate KD, but a almost 50-50 win-loss. And then on August 8th, his headshot rating actually went down, but his KD went up, and then he won 2/3 or 3/4 of all of his matches. And then on August 9th, his headshot rating went down, his KD went down, win-loss went down as well. Everything else went down. Honestly, his KD continues to plummet, 0.5, 0.3, 0.4. I think he might be right. This guy actually, I think, downloaded cheats. Like, I did a trial. He played with cheats for 24 hours, and then once they ran out, he just shit the bed. Because, yeah, just like insane KD all day, and then ever since then, negative, 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 negative. I think he did get a trial of cheats. That's kind of sad. We can't deny, though, the possibility that he did subscribing at the Varsity Gaming charm, and then that made him good for 24 hours. That's always a possibility, but I do think that the submitter was right. I do think that they actually just downloaded cheats for one day and then didn't get them again. A trial's crazy work. There's a lot of people. Also, it might not even be a trial. There are people who pay daily for cheats. For some of the cheating stuff, you can pay a daily membership fee. So you only cheat when you want to, but it's more expensive. I swear last time we talked about it, it was like $10 a day. So he might have just paid for cheats for one day to try to rank up a little bit, which is kind of sad, but are we surprised at this point? Nope. Oh shit, it is stormy outside. But that is going to be Hacker Replay for today. And now we're going to wait for the new season reveal panel. One sec. It is absolutely pouring outside. I know they said on the weather that or the weather app that Ontario as a whole was going to get like bombarded with rain this weekend, so not surprised. Posh check. What's my opinion on all dressed chips? I love all dressed chips. Although, okay, could just be me. Annie bought a massive bag of all dressed chips from Costco the other day. Bro, they taste different. They taste different than normal all dressed chips you get at the supermarket. 4 hours from you, that storm was insane yesterday. You mean last night? I know Annie said that she heard it last night, but I didn't hear it. I went to bed at like 1 a.m. and I didn't hear it. What day is it today? It is the 17th. There. Pretty sure Costco's a different brand / recipe. It's definitely not a different brand. It is Ruffles, but I just noticed that there's less flavoring, and the flavoring, it does taste a little different.
Damn, all I can hear is the rain. It just got worse. No, Skyline, I won't do any ad redemptions while we're doing the reveal. Because people obviously are going to get really pissed off when they miss out on the reveal because of ads. Right before we do the reveal, I'll also, if I remember, I'm going to run like a 3-minute ad so that people don't get any ads during the actual reveal. String Theorist, it's not letting me run your 60-second ad. Thanks for the 5 months from Cray. There we go. Now let me run it. And how much time is the reveal? Brother. Open your eyes. It is on the screen. In order to watch stream, you literally have to see that it says reveal starts in 35 minutes. You didn't hydrate? Bro, I just took like a giant swig of my bottle. I'm gonna make a pin message for the drop. Bro, it is getting so much worse outside. I can just hear how much it's pouring.
I just love decks, bro.
Thanks for sub Patazus. Are Ubisoft going after the YouTube accounts that are promoting cheats? I have no idea. The lightning lit up the entire sky and looked like daytime. Damn. I was dead asleep for that. I've got a custom match with a cheater. Would you review it? No, because it's a custom match, which means that it's either bullshit or you're setting it up. When's the season ending? It usually ends one day after the battle pass ends. The battle pass ends in 15 days, 19 hours, and 34 minutes. So I assume the new season will be in 16 days, 19 hours, and 34 minutes from now. Chat, are you guys excited for new season reveal? I kind of am. I'm like, obviously, anytime there's a new season stuff, I get excited because I want new stuff. But I'm also kind of concerned that it's just going to be a lot of the same old, same old. No, no, no. Well, I guess chat's not really that excited. How's my day been? Not bad. I'm a little sore because we went to the gym yesterday, but everyone told me I was going to be able or not be able to walk, and I can walk perfectly fine today. No cheaters equals I play ranked again. There will never be no cheaters. I feel like I should make a TikTok about that because there's a lot of people who keep telling, they're like, in comment sections, just be like, Ubisoft just needs to add this anti-cheat. They just need to do this. It like can't just do that. It doesn't work. If they start banning cheaters sooner, then yes, I'm excited for the new season. I mean, they had a whole post about how they were ramping up their anti-cheat. That is already out there. Let me find it. So I already went over this on stream, but in case you didn't see it. They said it's like a bunch of stuff here. Strengthening shield guard, live security updates are going through. They're developing tools to ban people who come back to cheat again, and they're going to hold players accountable if they squad up with cheaters, but they didn't really explain much about that. Oh, yeah, fun little drama tidbit. So there was a leaker who said that this was already implemented into the game and that people were going to be banned soon for squatting with cheaters. And then I was like, that seems pretty insane for them to add without telling anyone. So then I contacted Ubisoft about it. I was like, is it true? Is this implemented into the game? And they said, no, it is not implemented into the game. So then I made a video where I was like, so that leak was false. That it has not been implemented. Ubisoft themselves has said it is not in the game. You are not going to get banned right now for playing with cheaters. And then I went on a whole thing where I was like, I want this to be a thing. They need to add it. I've been saying it for a long time. It should be a thing. And I assume they're working on it, but it is not in the game. And then, bro, that leaker got so fucking pissed. They made a whole thing trying to, like, take me down. Because they were like, Varsity is so stupid. How does he believe Ubisoft? Like, it's in the game, blah, blah, blah. They lied to him, blah, blah, blah. And then they come out and they're like, we're working on it, but it's not in the game. And then they tried to have, like, a whole gotcha moment where they were like, Varsity... like expose Varsity for being a fraud and lying to you guys or whatever. And then there were a few people in the comments who were just like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, he literally said in the video he wants it and it should be a thing, that just Ubisoft said it's not in the game right now. And they were like, well, they fucking lied to him and Varsity lied to you guys. I'm like, bro, it is not that deep. But it doesn't surprise me. So this gets into a whole debate with leakers and stuff, and I'm sure someone will clip it and tag them. I don't fucking care. But at the end of the day, leakers are hilarious to me because a lot of leakers genuinely believe that, like, people like them because of them, and they're like, I'm a content creator and, like, people love me because I release leaks about the game. Bro, people watching them do not give a flying fuck about who they are. That person could have their entire account taken down and then a new person will just come in and replace them. The community would not care. We have gone through hundreds of leakers in our years of Siege, and not a single person has ever been missed. But the leakers are always like, no, they love me. And it's obviously like, it's an attention-seeking thing. Like, they want people to love them, so that's why they leak, because that's the only way they can get attention. If they were content creators, they could actually make real content, but instead all they do is just leak stuff. And then there's the whole discussion about people are like, well, leaks are good for the game. It causes people to get hyped and, like, people want stuff. Bro, leaks are so bad for the game, and I don't know how people defend them. The only thing that ever happens with leaks is that people see stuff that's leaked and immediately draw assumptions and say, this is garbage. I hate this. Why would they do this? Without having all the information. So then people already immediately write off changes that are coming in because it got leaked. Leaks never create hype. People never look at a leak and they're like, oh my God, I can't wait for this. They always look at a leak and they're like, this is garbage. I hate it. It also doesn't help that the people who leak the stuff intentionally try to find stuff that will piss people off and then phrase it in ways to piss them off. So it's like they are intentionally trying to make people angry about the game because hate sells. So leakers just ruin shit for the game. And they're like, no, I do it for the love of the game. Like, I love Siege. I just want to have people get excited. No, you don't. You do it for the attention. There's not a single leaker who actually cares about Siege. They just want Siege to die. If you wanted Siege to do well, you would never leak and instead get hyped for these moments. And then people are like, well, it builds hype for these moments. Man, ever since leaks became a huge thing in Siege, people have stopped caring about new season reveals and stuff. Or stopped caring as much. Because they already know everything. Or they know enough stuff. Even though, I will say, a lot of leaks for, like, the past few seasons, they get so much shit wrong. And people still believe them. But anyways. Leaks are terrible. Leakers are terrible. They think they add value and they think they're a valuable member of the community when all they do is just ruin shit. Terrible people. By the way, thanks for the 9 months from Bofi and then Pedozas with the tier 1. Thank you. If only UB did a better job to prevent leaks. That's where I'm like, I genuinely don't know, like,
what they need to change. Because I mean, I don't know how the Ubisoft internal system works. I don't know how people get access to leaks and stuff. But I do know one of the biggest issues is that every single time there's a creator capture session for new season content, that exact same morning, all the leaks come out. It's insane. As soon as creators can access the new season content, everything gets leaked. I'm not saying it's content creators leaking it, but this is my own personal take. In the past, Ubisoft has invited a lot of people that I would consider either questionable or not worth it. And it's going to cause some drama with smaller creators. In the past, Ubisoft has invited a lot of really small creators. And I'm talking like when we saw them and we looked them up, they have like 100 subs on YouTube and have like 5 viewers on Twitch. And I'm like, I get it. Everyone starts somewhere. Everyone needs to grow at some point. But these people have nothing to lose if they end up leaking stuff or sending screenshots to friends. And they're also new, so they don't really care. And they're like, I'm just going to do it because that sounds really cool. So maybe they should only invite certain creators who have proven themselves or at least have more to lose. And then on top of that, I do think, honestly, doing capture sessions online causes a lot more vulnerabilities. It's easier for them to access a server online than if we were to go to, like, we used to go to Ubisoft offices and record there, which back then there was almost no leaks. So I wonder if secure boot would work for R6 like it does for Battlefield 6. You are comparing a 10-year-old car to a brand new car and then wondering why the 10-year-old car does not have features of the brand new car. Secure boot only really works when it's like the whole anti-cheat works around it. Don't really think a 10-year-old anti-cheat can like just update like that. It's not impossible, but they'd basically have to completely stop all development on Siege in order to update everything. But yes, when you compare it to Battlefield 6's anti-cheat, it's basically like saying, why does this car from 1980s not have Bluetooth? Like, well, because Bluetooth wasn't invented in the 1980s. Like, well, that's stupid. My 2025 Honda Civic has it. It's like, well, yeah, because it's a brand new car. Reveals went downhill between leaks and the amount of content that dwindled down starting back when they went to one op and limited map releases. I agree. Also, okay, here's my personal take, and when it comes to content, we can discuss this a little bit while we wait because we still got 23 minutes till the reveal. For content, I feel like there should be certain goals with each season and certain, like, I don't want to say requirements of numbers that they should hit, but I do think if they did that, it would help the game a lot. Number one, I think instead of 2 new ops a year, it should be 4, minimum of 1 operator per season. And then move the remasters to be like 2 remasters a year, so season 1 and season 3 have a new op and a new remaster. Double the content. Amazing. And then when it comes to balancing changes, I think at the minimum, the top 2 and bottom 2 operators should each receive nerfs and buffs accordingly. So like if Doc and Jaeger are the top 2 defenders, nerf them somehow. Whether it's their guns, whether it's their sights, like remove an ACOG or like nerf their gadget a little bit or something. Like literally do anything and just see if it can tweak their pick rate every season. That way you have a guaranteed shuffle of the top and bottom operators. But instead, unfortunately, a lot of the time they do stuff like, oh, this one operator is like a middle of the pack operator. Let's buff him. It's like, bro, just affect the top 2 and then add other buffs in there. I think that would be a good amount of content. If you had 1 new operator every season, twice a year you have a operator remaster, and then you have guaranteed amounts of buffs and nerfs. Awesome.
People are going to complain that too much content is getting changed and there will be no more meta. I don't care. I truly don't care. Those people who complain about that, I'd rather people complain about stuff gets changed too much than people who complain about nothing gets changed. Because at the end of the day, having too much change is better than having no changes or not enough changes. So if they want to complain that stuff's changing too much, I don't give a flying fuck. By the way, thanks for 7 months, corn cob. But that's just me. I don't know how other people feel. I know as a content creator, obviously, I always want stuff to change because it's boring when things don't change and you have to play the same thing over and over again. That's also a main reason why I don't play ranked, because ranked meta stays the exact same for like 6 months and I find that boring. Unranked, I play whatever I want. I want to go sit with Mira in a corner and shoot someone in the back. I can fucking do that. I want to go play a dumb operator like Tachanka. I can do that. You can do it in ranked too, but people get mad. And also, like, I get it. If I'm playing ranked, I kind of want to win. I want to go for the win. I don't want to troll and throw. They should have random item placements across the map. That way maps change all the time. I would not like that. There is having, you know, constantly changing content, but then stuff like that would be bad because there's no consistency. If you have stuff changing all the time, as in like every time you load up a map, the fire hydrants will be, or not fire hydrants, the fire extinguishers will be in different spots, pipes will be in different spots. You can't have consistent strats. Or not even necessarily consistent, but you can't rely on certain things. It's like, oh, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's like, that's not good. You need consistency there. That's where you find like the tipping point. It's like, well, we want constantly changing content, but more so in terms of like how operators play. But we don't want things to change at random, because then that's not balanced, because stuff is just random. What do I think of strike packs and other attachments to controllers? Anything that you're adding to make the game easier or for it to play the game for you is cheating. Whether it's strike packs, Zim, or even just doing exploits in game. Again, I know this is a very console thing. Console players love to defend cheating and say like it's not cheating, it's just like an adapter or something. Like, it's all cheating, bro. Literally all of it is cheating. They refuse to acknowledge it, but it is cheating. And console is usually riddled with it. Oh, damn. I don't know, it's the top streamer right now for Siege. What happened? Oh, it's because Spoil is playing Roblox right now. Is Elite controllers cheating then? No. So, let me grab my old controller to explain to you. So, this is a scuff controller, basically an Elite controller. As you can see, there are paddles on the back. This is not cheating, because all these paddles do is just rebind the A, B, X, Y keys, or buttons, right? So now instead of hitting A on the front, I can just hit a paddle on the back. It's still doing the exact same thing. It's just a different button. Okay? Which, by the way, check out how fucked up my scuff joystick is. It is absolutely destroyed. And the reason why is because of Binding of Isaac. It's the shirt I'm wearing right now. This game destroyed my joystick. But Elite controllers, scuff controllers, all that stuff are not cheating because you're just rebinding it. That'd be the same thing as saying that, oh, Varsity is cheating because he has a 60% keyboard instead of a full keyboard, so it takes up less space on his desk. It's like, that's not cheating. Now, when you have a strike pack that controls recoil for you and lets you
shoot infinitely with zero recoil. That's cheating because that's not something that you're doing already. The controller is now doing it for you. I feel like that should be pretty obvious to understand the difference, but I know people get confused. Hosh check. By the way, thanks for sub Raisin Boy. Love Binding of Isaac. Me too. It's one of the only games I've ever fully, like, or not fully. I technically didn't fully 100% it. I came very close to 100%ing it. Let me see. I think I'm missing like 3 achievements on it. The hell? I don't have Binding of Isaac installed? That's crazy. I guess I did change PCs. Binding of Isaac. I have 766 hours on Rebirth. And for achievements, what am I missing? I think I'm missing 4 achievements. Actually, no, I'm missing 15. Oh, yeah, but some of them are annoying. Actually, oh, some of these are new. Oh. Some of them are new with the online update, but a bunch of the achievements I missed are like win 30 daily runs in a row. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. That is so boring. I'm not doing 30 daily runs. And then there was another one that was like kill 10 battery bums. I'm like, bro, I rarely come across them. I'm not going to do runs just to get the achievement. And then one was like kill 100 of them. I'm like, bro, no. Yeah, they added online to Binding of Isaac. Did I play Expedition 33? No. I wanted to, but I just didn't really ever have the time for it. How long is Expedition 33 to beat? I mean, I can actually just look it up. Time to beat Expedition 33. 25 to 30 hours. Because I was thinking about what I should do to pass the time in the last week of the season. Because I want to do some variety. I know variety is not great for the channel, but at the end of the day, like, I don't need to record so much Siege content. I was like, I kind of wanted to do a variety stream in the last week before the new season. So I could do Expedition 33. It's right up my alley, but I don't know. We'll see. Give me the most basic beginner tips for RimWorld, please. Okay, so Gert, first thing you should do if you're just playing Classic, so, I mean, when you start a new run, I think you do Crash Landed Campaign, super basic. You go Cassandra as your storyteller. You just go on like an easier difficulty so you can learn. You Crash Land. Make sure everything that drops you set to allow. You set up a stockpile area so people can move it there. Get your person who's best at plants to immediately plant as much as they can rice. Rice grows the fastest. And then you start building your base. People are happier when they have different bedrooms. People are happier when they have different rooms for everything. So like a different room for production stuff, a different room for recreation. Yeah. What's the RimWorld map? I am on a RimWorld run right now where I did the new campaign, the Crash Landed grav ship. That one's fun so far, but there's a lot of downtime. Kind of getting sick of content creators having to be so damn motherfucking sorry for wanting to play a different game, etc. It's your life, just do it. Yes and no. Because obviously at a certain point, as a content creator, I have to do what's best for my channel, and Siege is what's best. As much as I would love to just do whatever I want, I'm not going to make money doing whatever I want. Or I'll make some, but not what I'm used to, right? So I'm going to keep making Siege content, and at the end of the day, I know a lot of people are like, well, we're here for you. Like, you got to remember, people are here for you. People are not here for me. I don't think there's like a single Siege content creator, really. Well, actually, there's a few now. Spoy, I'd say, is like one of the very few where people are there for him. He can play any game and people will watch it. But there are very few content creators where you can play other games other than Siege and get the same viewership. across the board for most Siege content creators, as soon as they switch to any other game, their viewership drops by like 90%. Because people are there for the game. People want Siege. They don't want the content creator. And that also goes for any other game. If you make your bread and butter in like Sims and then you go play, you know, actually the cozy games are a bit different. But if you make your bread and butter in like COD and then you're like, I'm going to become a full-time Battlefield creator, people would be like, yeah, I don't care. I want to see COD. So it's just what happens. There are a few content creators in Siege who have tried to branch out and get out of Siege, but then they usually come back, or they get bored of the other games too, and then they just move on from content creation. That's also why I made the variety channel. I do have the variety channel to try to get some. If you guys want to see my other stuff, you can go see that. I am working on another Battlefield video for that. I need to actually sit down and edit it, but I've just been too lazy. I remember back in the days when playing Siege with Priest, he would be contemplating a lot of what to do with his channel, etc. Yeah, I mean, Priest was one of the creators where I kind of mentioned where it's like they want to break out from Siege, because like Priest quit Siege for I think 2 years. He literally was like, I hate Siege. I don't want to play it anymore. And then when charms were still coming out, he's like, you know what, I kind of want a charm. So then he just pushed Siege as much as he could. But even then now, like, he still admits, he's like, I cannot play Siege that long. He plays for like 2 hours, he's like, I'm done. I'm burnt out, I'm bored. So, yeah. A lot of people don't like Siege. I'm very fortunate and very happy that I am one of the few, like, I guess, content creators at this point who has stuck with Siege since the beginning and still actually really likes the game. I still really enjoy Siege. Obviously, some days I load up, I'm like, man, I kind of rather would play like these other games. But who doesn't do that? Even if you love your job, some days you're going to be like, I'd kind of rather be at the beach right now. It's like, yeah, of course. Everyone's going to do that. But there are a lot of creators, and I won't name names, who have been around for a long time and literally like just hate this game. And they only play it for their job. They literally just sit there and they're like, I fucking hate Siege. But if I quit Siege, I'm poor, so I have to keep playing. Which sucks. I feel like that is an awful way to live, but I also understand it. It's with any job. People are going to like they're going to do what they can to make money. Whatever happened to Doggo and Rob? I remember I used to play with them so much. Rob only plays like COD and Formula 1 now. Doggo went to university and just we never saw him again. Content creators realize how the rest of us live our lives. That is true. I mean, content creators are very privileged to be able to play games for a living. Okay. We're gonna do 2 things before we watch the reveal, because the reveal is in 8 minutes. So chat. I'm going to snooze ads for now, because we're going to talk about one of my new sponsors, Wormwood. And then after we do Wormwood, I'm going to put the stream into like a 2 or 3 minute ad break so that you guys don't get any ads while we're actually watching the reveal, okay? I don't want you guys to have ads while we're watching a reveal. So we'll do a big chunk at once so that they don't run any ads. Sound good? But before we do that, I want to remind you guys about my new sponsor, Wormwood. Wormwood makes basically board game furniture. Now, I will let you guys know ahead of time, they are expensive, but they are amazing quality. We have this modular gaming table in our dining room now. We have not had a chance to play yet because our D&D group, one of the people in our group is on vacation right now, so we can't get together. But they do make this beautiful furniture. Annie went to PAX East, I think, 2 or 3 years in a row and saw them there and was like, I love their tables. They make super beautiful tables, and she really wanted one. And then we finally, worked something out to work with them. They sent us a table. We have it right now in our dining room. Again, we haven't had a chance to use it yet, but we will soon.
I think I only just built it on Monday of last week, and we just haven't had friends over. Now, just so you know, the furniture itself only ships to the US. So if you do the Wormwood command, you can see there's 2 codes. There's Varsity Ship for free shipping in the US. And then if you're outside of the US, you can order other stuff like their dice towers, like the little accessories. That you can get $10 off of, but you cannot order the furniture internationally. This is US only. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the shipping is normally a couple $100s. So if you use code Varsity Ship, that's a couple $100 off your order. But so the one that we have, the exact table we have is the table for 8 in rustic cherry with the... I feel like I feel like we have a dark blue one. That's not here. I swear we have a dark blue one. I swear mine was royal blue. So maybe they just gave us a different inner lining. But yeah, we do have the rustic cherry with a blue lining. Does it come with chairs? No, but you can't order the chairs on top of it. The one that we did not get, but Annie was showing me, and I was like, that actually is pretty cool. This one's called the Prophecy. So it looks a lot more like ornate, but bro, it has a handle that you crank and it lifts the board game surface up. Ours does not have that, unfortunately. But so normally you take the panels off the top and then you have the game board inside, like lower in. But with the Prophecy, you just crank it up and it just goes up to the like same surface as the table. That's crazy. I would love that. But if you don't have that and you just have the modular table, you just put these little slabs on top and it covers the table completely. So if you're like me and you have cats, you could build puzzles and then cover it so the cats don't destroy it. I'll probably also end up using it for Lego so I can build stuff without them destroying it in there. And then obviously for board game nights, we did get a few accessories that we're going to set up. We have like cup holders and card holders, so I'm excited to try those out. And then I also want to remind you guys, because I know this is like their number one question a lot of people get, or have rather. It is spill resistant, so even if you spill water on the table, it will not go through the cracks. Does not go in underneath the table. It just comes right off. Interested, but I'm broke. Fully understandable. It is an expensive product, but it is a very good product. If you are looking to buy furniture for a new house, or you want to just upgrade your dining room table, I feel like this is the perfect thing to get. That's an in-between. If you love board games, I love board games. We always play board games all the time. So this is going to be great for our board game nights, and then you can have dinner on top of it, which is really nice. Very convenient. My friend's family owns one. They use it for poker and blackjack. Yeah, they do have I think it's on the modular one. Yeah, you can get like a hexagon. I was like, oh, that would be cool for some board games, but we also use our table for, dinner, so I was like, that probably would be better. But this would be cool for Catan and stuff. It's expensive, but not terrible. Furniture is fucking expensive already. At least these are really cool and useful for someone else as well. Yeah, that's the thing, is a lot of people don't realize how expensive furniture is. Me and Annie went to go buy furniture for our house when we first moved in, and we were like, what do you mean a couch is $4,000? What do you mean a table is $2,000? We were kids. We were like, we gotta buy this stuff? It's expensive? But then you also quickly realize that you get what you pay for. And I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but like when you pay more, the furniture quality is significantly better. So the table that we just replaced with our new modular table from Wormwood, the table was, I think, the table we bought was actually $800, but it came with chairs, which brought it up to $2,000. But the table itself was only $800. We were like, wow, we got a really good table for a cheap price. Bro, when we were moving the table to put in this one, the screws fell out, and I was like, the tabletop would just fall off in an instant. I was like, yeah, we got what we paid for. We paid $800, and we got a pretty shitty table. So now we have the modular table from Wormwood, which is going to be significantly better. It is incredibly strong and holds together well. So I highly recommend checking them out. Do the Wormwood command in chat or click the panel down below. Awesome company. Happy to be working with them. But that is enough for the Wormwood sponsorship for now. I'm going to quickly run I only have time for a 1-minute ad so that you guys don't get ads while we're in the stream or watching the thing. Actually, I'll just press the button. There we go. Okay, 1-minute ad. And I'll pull up the stream in the meantime.
I just love Dex, bro.
Is the Rainbow Six channel live? It's not live, chat. Where's the reveal? Does anyone know where the reveal is? Oh, okay. I found it on YouTube. We're good. We're good.
I just love Dex, bro.
Okay. 20 seconds until the reveal starts. If you guys do want to have like zero risk of any ads running, because ads are automated on Twitch, if you don't want any ads at all while we're watching the reveal panel, you can drop your Prime sub and you won't get any ads at all. Otherwise, the ad should be short. Okay, it says the panel should be starting now.
I just love Dex, bro.
Oh, okay.
I just love Dex.
That started. Okay. I don't think I can run another ad to try to like minimize ads for later, because I think I just ran it now, so it's not gonna work.
I just love Dex.
But we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes until the reveal. While we wait, thanks for, we got a lot of subs. Allabots, Zach Wells, Agogic Bread, Jumanji, Sud Quotient, Stevzer, Mighty King, Skyline, Ormura. Thank you all for the subs. Oh, a bunch more now. FaZe Diego, I Trantor with the 2 months, Charlie Waz with the 4 months. Thank you all. Again, don't forget, subscribing does get you 0 ads. We shouldn't have many ads running during the reveal, but I cannot promise none because it is all automated. Thanks for the subs from Zudo Taki Taco, or Taki Kato, and then 3 months from Rip Tachanka. Thank you. I thought you can set ads manually. You can, but then it's complicated. I'll tell you that much. Basically, if I set ads to off, then when people join, they'll get hit with ads. So I can't set it off. It's annoying. I right now have it on the very lowest possible amount of ads. But you're still like, the reveal will be long enough that you will probably get an ad or 2 during it. So if you don't want any ads, just sub. But if not, you can risk it. It's going to be short ads throughout. Shouldn't be too bad. Thanks for the subs from Young Killer, Skullduggery, J Ramdam, Dusk with the 93 months, Mr. Frosty, Carlos. Thank you all for the subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Time for the season reveal, chat. Are we excited? We should be.
I just love Dex,
What?
bro.
What do you mean starting soon? We just waited for 2 minutes.
I just love Dex, bro.
Where's the whiteboard? Do I normally have the whiteboard for the reveals?
I just love Dex, bro.
We excited for the reveal.
I could go grab it, but I might miss the beginning of the reveal.
I just love Dex, bro.
No, refreshing doesn't do anything, chat. I'll go grab the whiteboard.
I just love Dex, bro. I just just love Dex, bro.
Welcome everyone, my name is Ryan or Royal Penguin. I'm here
Never
in
mind,
Ubisoft
ignore the
Montreal.
whiteboard.
And before this, once the timer ends, this is when you guys will see the new operator, don't worry. Before that, I want to give you guys the best controller champion settings. I'm controller
10
PC
minutes?
champion, so trust me, I'm not lying to you. These
Why does it say starting in 10 minutes? They told us in 2 minutes.
Over everything, but let's get into it. So when it comes to general, you're gonna see me use
I got
the
time.
white glare. You could use a dark glare. This will help you, so that way if you get flashed, for example, it's gonna make your screen go dark. I like to keep the white on. When it comes to the tinnitus SFX, this is gonna be with like flash grenades, right? If somebody flashes you, do you wanna hear a ringing noise? Do you wanna hear a wave? I keep it on muted because I'm not trying to hear anything when I get flashed. Diffuser pickup, always keep on both. This will basically make it so that way if I walk on top of a diffuser,
All right,
I'll
so
pick up
I
bomb
assume
and
you guys will
also
be fine with
next
once we get closer to the actual starting time if I run like 3 minutes of ads so you guys don't get any ads during the actual reveal panel, right? You'd rather them all come now rather than later? Yes? Agree, chat?
As for the HUD, I think HUD's completely preference. I like
Because I'll run like 3 minutes of ads at the 3-minute 30-second mark or something. Okay.
And when it comes to audio,
I won't do it now because if I do it right now, it won't last throughout the whole reveal, or it shouldn't. So I'll do it closer to.
Such as the gunshots and the explosions and the footsteps are going to stay the same level. So it's basically making the footsteps better to hear.
Dex, bro.
And for the, like I said tonight.
Also, someone said on the Twitch chat, or on Twitch apparently it's sooner.
Game volume, this stuff doesn't really matter too much. It's really just going to be more of focus on the master volume and then keep the voiceover presets on maximum. That's what I use. When it comes to all this other stuff, this is really all preference.
Oh, what the hell? Yeah, it's like a whole minute sooner.
I just love Dex, bro.
The leaning behavior, always put this on alternate. This is going to make it so that way you can hip lean on controller. And the, what is it, controller rotation? Yeah, keep this on, I use classic.
Dex, bro.
As for my sensitivity, let me put this on for you. I'll show you the best sensitivity you're going to look at here. You've never seen this before. 50 vertical, 100 horizontal. Now, it might sound like it's fast, but it's not, because we're going to get to the advanced settings as well as the ADS. So we'll make it basically what I call a hybrid sensitivity. It's a mix of the both, because when you're looking around, it feels super fast. But once you aim down sights and you really have to hit your shot, you're going to be on a much slower, concise sensitivity. So the one-time scope,
Whiteboard is ready.
Going to have on 19. 2.5 is going to be the ACOG.
Oh my god, I missed a bunch of subs.
Rest, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't even use these.
I missed so many subs. Sir Croissant, Ronson,
but mainly just
Noah,
times ACOG.
Davy Dragon, 2 of 10, Farfoodie, Big, Dragon Lore, Alex, Albashir, Prods, Witsta, J-Boy, thank you all for the subs. Thank you all.
1.0, 2, and 0.
I think we just gained like 40 subs since this went live.
Because a lot of people don't understand this, right? So if you see how
Okay.
I'm on
We're at 5 minutes.
and then you see I go to 1924. You might be
I'm
like,
going
well, how
to
can I
start
still
the
basically,
3
like,
minutes of
flick onto
ads,
somebody
okay?
With a 1924.
I know it's a
with
lot
the
of
advanced
ads, but
settings,
this way you guys won't
this
get
will
any
basically make
ads,
it to
hopefully,
where
while we're actually doing
when
the
you
reveal
aim down
panel.
sights and you move your analog stick a certain amount, this outer threshold. When I move this analog
I just
stick a
came
certain
everywhere.
Thank you for the 10
these
gifted subs from
sensitivities will
Pedozas
start
and the
turning on.
5
They
gifted
won't
subs from
turn on
Prods.
instantly, or else your aim would be terrible. So if you look at something like the
Thank you,
ADS
thank you.
horizontal
Okay, I'm gonna run the 3 minutes of ads, okay?
The ADS acceleration delay and the
Don't get mad. We're doing it now so you don't get them
When I
later.
move my analog stick, as we saw at the outer threshold, it's going to take around 0.15 seconds for anything to really happen, and then it's going to go up by 35. But it's going to take an entire second to ramp up, because if we just went from our 24 ACOG to plus 35, your aim would be crazy. So you want to have it gradually go up. So that's why we see the 0.15 seconds before it really goes up, a full 1 second to get that additional 35, which then helps you when you have to, like, for example, flick onto somebody. So having these advanced settings and really fine-tuning these will just help you with your aim overall and just help you use this sensitivity. I wouldn't really use this sense without it, because it just makes
Your drops activated tag isn't on. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. Drops are based off of when Ubisoft puts them on, so.
But accessibility, this is important. Let me show you. So with accessibility, screen shake intensity, always have off. This is like if somebody throws a fuse or a grenade, your whole screen's gonna shake. You wanna have this off. Motion blur, I keep my motion blur on. Tinnitus, we already have that on muted. And a lot of people ask about optic color.
It says
This is
Twitch
all
drops
preference.
are
Honestly,
available.
normally I
It
would
says
not
they
use
should
it
be.
like white, because if I'm playing Coastline, I look
Does
outside
everyone
the
else
window,
have drops
I
on
can't
except
see
for
out.
me?
So I like to use
I just
No,
love
no one
either
else has
a
drops on
light
either.
green or just dark green.
It's only the
Optical
mainstream that has
opacity,
it on right
a lot
now.
of people you'll see use between
It'll probably
75
start once the
to
actual
100. I
reveal
think this is
panel
more
starts. That'd be my guess.
preference. I keep mine on 100. I'm not gonna lie to you, but that's just what I've always used. So a
Thanks
lot
for
of
the
people do
prime
use
from
a lower.
Heavy Metal
All right, now that
Syndicate.
you have seen the best controller settings, the ones that I've gotten controller PC champ with, let me show you the best shooting range settings as well for this challenge. We're gonna have 60-second duration, big ball.
I think this is the most they've ever done with a creator right
random
before
distance,
reveal.
and infinite magazine.
I hope
ammo.
Royal Penguin got his
Let
money.
me show you why these settings are the best. Let's go try this out. All right, let's begin this. Using the SMP12 might not be the greatest idea, as long as I don't start double shotting, I'll be fine. But let's lock in here a lot.
Oh my god, he missed. Trash!
So it's a faster time.
I would have hit all of those. I wouldn't have missed a single one. I would have missed all of them. UB stream chat is cooking him. L aim ass. Damn. Chat's ruthless. I like that he's leaned left the entire time. Oh, now he leaned right.
$67. All right, I'll take 67. At 6-7, I'll take it. That's it for the shooting range. 67 is the score to beat. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Ads are still
Royal
going for 2
Penguin
more
on
minutes?
Twitch.
Bro, that goes into the reveal. I
Find
already...
me there, but the reveal panel is about to begin. So make sure you guys.
I put ads to start way
watch me for the
earlier. It should have had
everything.
1 minute of buffer time.
Operator, some crazy lineups, but
Well,
I'll see you then.
alright. Reveal's finally about to start, chat. Oh, you guys already got your... Okay. It must have just been, like, a weird overlap on the timer or something. I don't know. Peak videos when? We have to play Peak again. Well, Priest had a kid, so I doubt he'll be on anytime
Just love
soon.
Dex, bro.
Thanks for sub, Guile and Mitch. Our drops on? I don't know. You tell me, chat. I don't have any say on the drops. No one else has drops on either, so either we all have them or no one has them. Yes, they are on. You might have to refresh, chat. Alright, it's reveal time. First new season of Siegex.
Hello, and on behalf of the entire Siege team, welcome to Operation High Stakes. If you're new to the game and joined us last season, or a veteran, millions of you showed up to check out this amazing experience. And we're building on top of that now.
Millions.
Not only do we have a new operator, a new gadget, and a new weapon, but we have updates, changes, and much, much more to show you. Now, we're gonna introduce the next operator joining Rainbow Six Siege. Please welcome him in the anime short.
Anime. I ain't no weeb.
The prototype. How long until the disruption code is no good?
Under a minute. If we do this, the Carries Legion can't produce more custom explosives.
Did you hear that, Denari?
We need
Denari.
that code.
I heard. I'm on it.
What does Denari mean, chat?
Seconds left.
Now or never. Good luck, mi amigo.
It means scorpion? Oh. Oh, a scorpion because look at all those stings. Mmm.
Surveillance indicates more hostiles inbound. We need you Oscar Mike to Denari's location ASAP.
Quite the show. But it's time to go now. Oh, my.
Still work to do, mio fratello.
KIA Solus? Yeah, because they destroyed her with nerfs.
What you just witnessed in that anime is in fact the second assignment that you'll be able to experience yourself in Dual Front when Season 3 launches. Players will be tasked to take control of a carry safe room in the central of the neutral sector. Using a breaching payload that
I write it down, but I don't think anyone cares about
thanks
Dual
to
Front.
the fact that we rescued her last season, that you need to activate in a hub computer in the center of the room and wreak havoc by downloading all their information and really figuring out how to stop them once and for all. But warning, when you do this, indestructible walls will close off the doorways you use to get into the room. So what does that mean? Anyone who's inside can no longer get out, and anyone who's outside can no longer get in. Now, this is Siege. There are more ways to get into a room than through the doorway. So think creatively on how to regain control of that safe room. And to all those bringing those out-of-box strategies that we're seeing in Dual Front with the combinations of our attackers and defenders, thanks for joining in, and we'll be continuing to evolve this mode over time. We'll be adjusting key game
Lucy
settings,
and Maverick
bringing
combo.
more operators to the mode, and of course balancing, as well as looking into making the mode more rewarding overall. So again, thank you for joining in.
Don't think anyone cares about Dual Front, but there's your Dual Front update.
So we love what's going on in the district map, but we should talk about something that we mentioned at the Reload event. 3 new maps are joining the modernized pool: Nighthaven, Lair, and Consulate. Now, when you jump on these maps, try not to get distracted by how gorgeous they are, because they have all that new lighting.
I feel
new
like
textures,
Nighthaven
new
Labs does not look
materials,
that different.
And, of course, the new gameplay destructible ingredients.
I could be wrong.
And as a reminder, 3 new maps will be modernized every season.
3 maps every season. Ooh, anti-cheat. Brace yourselves, chat.
We've seen a spike in cheating since the launch of CJX, and we get the frustration. This is a transition period, and catching new cheat behaviors is a top priority. We're working on improving how we handle edge cases to address concerns around false bans. We are building Shieldguard to adapt fast, push updates live, and protect fair play. In Season 3, we are focusing on precision in how we detect and how we deploy. We've made major improvements to our live update system, cutting down friction for players and making security rollouts smoother. This means fewer disruptions and smarter targeting, especially preventing abandoned penalties and allowing for even more frequent updates. Behind the scenes, our AI detection is getting sharper.
AI.
We've added new data
We
points
love that.
to improve accuracy and reduce false positives. At the same time, we're introducing new gameplay violations, with even more refinements coming throughout the season. We're also hard at work on the next major iteration of Mousetrap, aimed at detecting recoil tampering. While it's still in development, this system will be a key step forward in protecting competitive integrity across PC and console. We keep reinforcing Shieldguard with every patch, update,
So,
and hotfix.
they're going to be
by focusing
updating
on targeting
Mousetrap
tactics
for
that have been
recoil.
affecting the community, wall hacks, and anti-recoil
I don't know if
detection.
I don't
These
understand if any
are
of this is
firmly
coming
on
this
our
season or if it's just on the
We are
radar.
monitoring them closely as we explore long-term solutions. The mission stays the same: protect the game, protect the players, and keep the pressure on cheat makers.
Okay. I feel like that was a lot of what's
Let's
said
talk
in the
about
blog
privacy
post,
settings.
so not
in
a whole
Season
lot.
3, we're making some changes. This is a great feature for players who want to protect their identity during a match, and especially useful for streamers. So, we'll be making a change that nicknames will be automatically assigned to players who opt into this. At the end of a match, all of those nicknames will disappear.
No more
so
custom
that you can still report
nicknames.
players who are being toxic, and they can't hide behind a nickname during the match.
Don't know how I feel about
Finally,
that.
all of our privacy settings will be available for console players. So console players, you can look forward to this feature dropping at the start of the season.
But that's a big dub for console.
Communication is key in a game like Siege, which is why we're stepping up our voice chat protections in Season 3. We'll be tracking in the reputation system negative reports for voice chat toxicity. Our goal is to make sure everybody feels confident and welcome in a game like Siege, and to use voice comms whenever they
So
need
now they're
to
gonna monitor
get
your
it
voice
played
chat
back.
in game.
On top of all of this, we're making sure that with every report you make,
talked about that in
we
the
can
toxicity
validate it
post.
and make sure it's as accurate as possible, so that toxic players will be preemptively muted, and players who want
Disruptive
to
voice
comms
in chat
have that
detected 21
opportunity.
seconds ago.
The last thing we want
So
to
it'll
touch
mute you
on
mid-game
is
if you say
feedback
something
for our
bad in voice
moderation.
chat.
For us, it's really important that we're listening to you and that we can balance these things. When it comes to voice chat and text moderation, we want to hear from you.
I have a
We
lot
want
to say
give the
about that. We'll talk about it
opportunity
after.
For players who have a positive standing in the reputation system to give reports, and you'll have a way of doing this inside of the game. Let us know how we're doing, and for us to fine-tune these systems in the future, so that players feel that the perception and the reports that are being made match with what they expect in a game like Siege.
Oh, people are already saying freedom of speech. Shows how stupid people are. They don't understand what freedom of speech means. They say it, but they don't actually know what it means.
In Season 2, we introduced the esports tab, with a focus on what is happening live and the schedule. We also
I don't know how
wanted
many of you
this
guys
to
care
be a
about
great
esports,
guide
but
for
this is
newcomers.
pretty important for
In
the
Season 3, we wanted to
esports
continue
scene.
this ambition of making our pro scene more accessible and more visible to everyone. We're introducing the championship page, where you can learn more about our pro competitions. First, you see an overview page. When you first enter the overview page, you see participating teams and upcoming matches. But you can also go into details and see the group stage and the brackets. We also wanted to showcase a journey a team faces towards the 6th Invitational. That's why we're adding a standing page. There, you can follow your favorite team and see if they're qualified
Yo,
for DSI.
BNK Fear
In
X,
the upcoming
10,000
seasons, The
points.
esports tab will continue to grow to create a better bridge
Insane.
between our pro scene and the in-game experience. So stay tuned. Now that we've explored our esports scene, let's bring the competition closer to home with Siege Cup. As a reminder,
I
this
want to love
season,
Siege Cup, but
Siege
it's
Cup will be
always at the most
happening
inconvenient
every weekend.
times.
And you can now inspect your squad stats so you can prepare like never before.
Also, do we have drops on chat? I haven't checked. People said earlier
Now,
that
before we
they-
dive deep
that
into
we did.
balancing, I'd like to take the opportunity to talk about the audio system update.
Okay, audio.
This new foundational system will continue to evolve going forward, and we appreciate all the feedback we've already received on it. So please don't stop providing that feedback. This is an evolving system that will improve over time. Ballistic
people say
shields
they have
the
drops,
ability
some they
to
say
throw
they don't.
gadgets from behind cover. We're actually updating
Oh.
the animations behind that, and now the shield user will become a little exposed when taking this action. It's important to remember this when you're deploying those gadgets. Moving to our operators, Blackbeard will receive 5 changes. 1, he can no longer break through a full health barricade while on rappel.
Alright.
2,
Shields are
ADS is
exposed
now
when nading,
blocked and
Blackbeard getting
canceled when
nerfed.
rappelling in through a window. 3, the shield now folds completely while reloading. 4, the MK17 will have a reduction in ammo capacity, meaning 5 less rounds in each magazine. And 5, the hull adaptive shield will have 1 less breach charge.
5 nerfs for
Magnified
Blackbeard.
scopes. This is a hot topic in the community, and an even hotter topic on the defense side of the field. What we're doing is a final adjustment to this magnified scope logic throughout the entire game. The removal of all magnified scopes from operators that are not wielding a DMR or a slug shotgun. So that means Doc,
No
Rook,
more
Frost,
magnified scopes on
Tachanka,
defense
Castle, and
unless
Echo
it's
are all
a
losing
slug
their magnified
shotgun
scopes.
or a DMR.
One exception is that Echo will actually receive a boost in his speed based on this change.
And Echo's getting
Now,
buffed.
moving on to weapons. I'll be the first to admit that the Reaper MK2 is a little squirrely on the recoil. So with the launch of Season 3, we'll actually be improving the recoil on this weapon pretty significantly. So this will be great for those who have been enjoying Aurora.
I can say it
But we're
now.
also
I
going
tried
to do
it, bro. The
something
recoil's not that
a
great
little
still.
different. We're going to
It's better, but
reissue
it's not that
the
great.
improved Reaper Mark II to 4 additional operators.
It's actually
Those
5.
operators are Ying, Oryx, Pulse, and the legend himself, Sledge.
It's also on Rook.
And while we're
Oh,
on the
they added it
topic of
there.
weapons,
Yeah,
our
it's Rook as well.
recruits are getting armed up a little bit differently coming into Season 3. Striker will be receiving the SR-25, and Sentry will be receiving the TCSG-12.
I think those are good changes. More weapons for recruits. Oh, now they're on to Denari, new operator.
You made a bad bet. Play the odds.
and risk it all. But you're playing my game now.
Is that what a Swiss accent sounds like?
To clean house.
I was in Switzerland, and I swear they did not sound like that. Ooh.
There's more to
New
Denari
Denari.
than what you saw in the CGI. It's time to connect the dots.
He's
He's a
Danish
defender
now? I thought-
designed to
no,
break
he's
down
Swiss.
entry points, stall out pushes, and
Is he?
force attackers to rethink their approach. As the first Swiss operator,
Swiss.
Denari will be
See?
joining Night Heaven this season. Let's talk about his gadget, the trip connectors. They're designed to flip the attacker's plan upside down. Here's how it
This is
works.
really cool.
On its own, a connector does nothing, but place two within line of sight, and you've got a
I
connection.
like the projection
The
system on
preview
it.
system makes the setup smooth. Hold the gadget and you'll see where it can connect and where it's currently blocked. Destroy the obstacle and the connection will lock in automatically. You start with 7 trip connectors that can all
7.
interconnect with each other. It's all up to you on how you want to use them. It's not about stealth. The lasers are bright, visible, and loud.
They're not that loud.
Denari's all about area denial and time wasting. So think less trap and more about map control. Place your connectors creatively, hide the source, and force attackers to burn utility or reroute completely. Once triggered, the laser delivers enough damage to make you think twice.
20
just like
damage.
Aruni's Surya Gate. Like other electricity-based gadgets, it destroys gadgets in contact and slows down attackers for a few seconds, disrupting their momentum.
I think the slow is
Even
like
guards
5 or
break
6
shield
seconds.
operators, so if you're fast, you can react to the unique sound cue and secure
Yeah, the
an
shields
easy
get
kill.
knocked back.
But be careful, attackers could use this alarm to bait you out. Weapon-wise, Denari's packing the Scorpion Evo 3. High fire
Big
rate,
fan.
perfect for close quarter engagements. Not your style? The FMG9 is fast, clean, and reliable for more accurate gunfights. But the real standout, new season, new weapon, and we're happy to introduce the Glaive 12. Our very first secondary slug shotgun.
Secondary
As a
slug
shotgun,
shot.
The Glaive 12 delivers high damage shots that rewards precision. It is a quad barrel sidearm, letting you fire 4 powerful slugs before needing to reload.
Are they gonna say how much damage it
Perfect
does?
for
Because
players
I know.
looking for something more destructive and lethal than a standard pistol. It's also great for opening sightlines for trip connectors, making it a perfect blend of lethality and utility. Speaking of utility,
Okay, they didn't say.
Denari
It's
brings the
63
deployable shield
damage.
and the observation blockers. Great for fortifying or
63
masking your setups.
damage
And
per
with
shot.
3 speed, 1 health, you can roam while keeping a side protected and reacting to any alarm that gets triggered. Denari
So
tries when
Scorpion
his
with a
nodes are
63
protected.
damage slug
Pair 'em
shotgun
up
as a
with utility
secondary, gonna be
catchers
kind of
like
crazy.
Jaeger or Wamai to stop attackers from tossing explosive his way. Mute and Mozzie are solid picks too. They'll help block and tie gadget drones from reaching the nodes. Want to get creative? Use Azami's Kiba barriers to reinforce angles and control space around the nodes. And if you're looking to double down on denial, team up with operators like Goyo, Smoke, Thorn, or Tachanka to funnel attackers into traps or force them into exposed
The
positions.
only thing I didn't like was
Of course, if you're
Brava
on the
doesn't
attacking side, there
hack it
are
and take it
counters
over, it
too.
just destroys it.
IQ can scan and ping Denari's
Which is
chip
sad.
connectors through walls, making them easy to locate. That's where Twitch, Zero, or Brava can come in to clear them out.
Yeah, so Brava
If Denari
doesn't
clusters too many
hack
in one
them,
spot,
just destroys
an EMP
them.
is your best tool to shut down the entire network.
Also, when a
Whether
gadget
you're locking down
hits
the
the
site during
laser
prep
to
or
disable
sending a
it,
few connectors
it's only
for a
down for like
newfound
2
surprise,
seconds.
Denari opens the door.
So it's
to
not really
creative
worth it
plays.
to waste
His kit
utility to
rewards
burn
smart
it.
Setup, and it gives you a chance to put all the map knowledge that you've built over the years. We've already found some spicy setups, but let's be real, the Siege community always takes it to the next level. We honestly can't wait to see what
Brava
you guys
just
come
hacked
up
it.
with.
She hacks it, but then it just destroys. It doesn't actually get taken over. I thought as Brava you could make your own network. You can't.
I got to play the new operator Denari, and he is by far the most creative operator that you can use. Let me
It's true.
explain. The new operator has like literally unlimited different scenarios that you can do. You can set some up across the map, and you can use that secondary shotgun, the Glaive 12, with the trip connector, and you can connect these, and you can do it, you know, in the ground, but they place one in the ceiling. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this in Siege, because well, I can place these on stairs now. It's not like I just have to place stuff on doors or on windows. You can literally place these in between 2 couches. There's just so many possibilities that you can
true.
do with the trip connector. There's gonna be so much stuff that people are gonna see with this. His loadout is honestly one of the best in the game, in my opinion. And then on top of that, you have the Glaive 12 slug shotgun, and it just always helps to have a secondary shotgun. Everyone loves operators with secondary shotguns. So
the FMG9, like I'm not a fan of that.
Because not only are you going to make the vert holes, the rotates, or even just add stuff to help with his trip connectors, but even just using it as a weapon, I feel like this operator is going to change the meta a ton, because if I have the connector across the hallway or across the room and somebody wants to walk into the door, they're going to have to use stuff like a Twitch drone way more often to even try and get to that connector. Same with Bravo drones too. But when you
Twitch
have
#1
more Bravo
ban.
drones and you have to have more Twitch drones, you're going to see people run Mute more. You're going to see people run Mozzie more. The Jaeger, the Wamai, because if you want to counter this, not only are you going to use the Twitch
got
drones,
destroyed.
but you're
It
also
said
gonna
black
need the
eye
explosives.
destroyed.
So you're going to see a lot of those operators more paired with this operator for strats. When I was playing with the devs, we were on Oregon and we were in the basement, and I was playing Denari, and I ended up setting
I will
all
say
my
though,
trip connectors in the
doing
long
setup as
hallway
Denari
downstairs in the basement.
takes a long
so it
ass
literally
fucking
looked like a
time.
whole like laser field. I think there was like 6 or 7 of them I had set up. Anytime anybody was pushing by pillar side, they literally could not go down the hallway, so they had to go to the doorways because they didn't have anything to even destroy, because we had like the ADSs and stuff set up. There was no time left, and they just sprinted through.
Infinite
And I wound
range,
up getting a
20
free kill 'cause
meters.
I was just sitting in freezer the entire time.
20-meter range on the lasers.
That's a wrap for Operation High Stakes. We're building on the momentum of SiegeX, and this is a season of reaction, where we're making updates and changes based on your feedback. We can't wait for you to get your hands on the new season, so check out the test server August 18th. That's tomorrow. And the full
Test server's
season
out early.
launches September 2nd, so be there. You can check out the designer notes and the patch notes that'll come out soon for more details. And we can't wait for you to jump into Operation High Stakes. Thank you so much.
There's a few things they didn't mention that I'll go over, but they did cover almost everything. So, test servers tomorrow. I will be streaming it all day tomorrow in case you guys want to watch, see stuff there. But I already have... My video actually should be out right now, as of literally 10 seconds ago. Early access stuff, and I have scheduled, I think today I have 8 TikToks going live with all of the information, the big stuff for the new season. But okay, we'll go through everything they mentioned and I'll explain everything I can as quickly as I can. Is that why there's no video at 11? Yes. Okay. Let's go over the main big things right away. So, Denari. Scorpion primary or the FMG9 Glaive 12 shotgun with 63 damage a shot. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, oh my god, 63 damage a shot. The fall off on it is pretty crazy. At 20-meter range, it goes down to 28 damage a shot. So you can still kill 1 and 2 armor operators at 20 meters plus, but that's going to be hard. So, shotgun, while it seems really cool, it's not crazy overpowered. Scorpion, really cool though, like that. I think it's the first time we've seen it on a different operator. Now, his gadget. The Denari gadgets, like I said, they take a long time to set up. Like when me and, well now I can say because the video just went out, me and Nugget did a 1v1 with the new operator. It takes a long time to figure out what you want to do and map it all out, because you throw it down and you hold the next one, you're like, okay, this spot looks better, and then you throw it over there and like you're trying to map it out. It takes a long time. So it's going to be hard to do full site setup and Denari unless you already have plans on exactly where you want to put it all. But it's still good. It's still cool. So the gadget does 20...
Who has the Scorpion, the FMG...
What was I saying? Oh, the gadget does 20 damage per laser. Now, with every single laser, when you stack them together, 20 damage per laser. So I'm going to map it out for you guys so you can kind of understand. One sec. They just hosted Royal Penguins. I need to close that because I was going through my headset. So, this is the Denari gadgets, okay? 5 of them. This is how they connect. So,
every single laser here is 20. This one is 20, that one is 20, that one is 20. So if you hit these 3 right here, that is 60 damage. Okay? Oh, actually, wait. 80 damage. I missed one. 20, 40, 60, 80. You hit those 4, 80 damage instantly. Okay? And then when you hit the laser between 2 gadgets, the laser goes down for, I think it's like 2 or 3 seconds. It's not that long. So even if you throw like a drone or a grenade or something at the laser itself to get rid of it, it only goes down for a little bit and then it comes right back up. So it's going to be pretty hard to actually like deal with the lasers. You're going to have to deal with the actual like gadget itself. Once you deal with that, you're good. Because then you take out that, suddenly 4 lasers go down. They're only really good when you group them all up together. They have to be like right on top of each other to have crazy amount of connections. Now, one thing that me and Nugget tested, and you'll see it in the video if you watch the YouTube video that just came out like a minute ago, is if you put all of them on a doorway and someone vaults through the door, they immediately die. But you have to use all like 5 or you have to use 5 of the 7 to make someone instantly die on a doorway, which is, you know, that's a lot. It's like putting 4 Capcan traps on one door and then you have 1 left over. It's like, damn, what am I going to do with the 1, right? So you got to use a lot. But overall, my thoughts on Denari, very fun operator. I do really like that they are bringing out another trap operator that's a bit different. And I think it's not going to be like Capcan or Frost where like it's just so lackluster and you just throw it down wherever you want. Like you actually have to be very creative. And you have to really think about what you want to do. You can't just throw them down wherever. Because also, if you throw 1 by itself and it's more than 20 meters away from any other gadget, there will be no connections. It'll just be on its own. It won't do anything. So you have to put them down next to each other for them to connect. Make sense? All right. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about, voice chat moderation, because I had a lot of people in my chat complaining about it instantly as soon as they said it. In my opinion, voice chat moderation, for the most part, is good. And right away, I'm going to mention, because people are going to say, but my freedom of speech, they're impeding on my freedom. Chat, if you actually understood how the law works and how freedom of speech works, you have freedom of speech to say anything you want. You can go out there, you can say anything, but you do not have freedom of consequences. Same thing goes with text chat. You can say whatever you want, but they can choose to punish you. Also, at the end of the day, you are playing on the servers of a private company. This company can do anything they want. It doesn't matter. As long as they have their own reason, if you say something in voice chat that they don't like, they can ban you and you can't do anything about it. Because that is how the freedom of speech works. You can say whatever you want, but you are not free of the consequences of what you say. So, if you don't like voice chat moderation and you're like, but I want to be able to say whatever I want, then just accept that you're either going to get banned, muted, or maybe stop talking in game. If you can't stop yourself from saying slurs or being racist and all that stuff, while in a voice chat for a game, maybe reevaluate yourself because you as a person are pretty fucked up if you can't stop yourself from doing that. So, in my opinion, good. Now, my concerns. Voice chat moderation is not going to be perfect. They're going to use AI to just listen to you and then determine whether you said something bad or not. That is not great because AI is sloppy. AI does not catch everything perfectly. And my biggest concern will be when people say Jaeger is on 4ping, and then the system's going to be like, bro, they just said the N-word. It's like, bro, I'm calling out an operator name. That is where I'm concerned, because YouTube auto captions does that all the time. You say Jaeger, and then thinks you're being racist. Also, people are asking about how much will be moderated. I don't know. I don't know the details. I don't think they're going to moderate you just for swearing, but I think it's more if it's targeted, if you say something. And I also believe, from what they showed, it looks like if someone reports you, then the system will check what you said and then approve it or not. They're not going to like constantly be monitoring you all the time, 24/7, as far as I'm aware, but I don't know for sure. I'm not fully, aware of the system. But in my opinion, good. I think that'll be good because honestly, voice chat is terrible nowadays. You go into any lobby and people are just like racist 24/7 and they're like, I don't care. I'm a racist. It's like, cool. I don't want to play with you. I don't want to be on your team. So if it cuts that down, then I'm happy. They also mentioned right after that you can apparently review things you get flagged for. So if you get reported and muted for voice chat moderation or text chat moderation, it will give you a chance at the main menu to be like, hey, I didn't actually say that. And then it will review it and like put it through a system process. I don't know. So
Dex, bro.
it's going to have some tweaks and people are going to be able to help, but we don't know how perfect it'll be or how good it'll be.
Bro.
All right. I guess I'll quickly talk about it because it's here. Esports tab. They're updating the esports tab. I still don't really care. Until they put predictions in the esports tab, I don't really care about this. But there, we talked about it. Oh, big things. So Blackbeard getting nerfed. And shields getting nerfed. So, as it stands, when a shield operator throws a nade, they can have their shield in front of them and throw the nade over. Now, the shield will go down a little bit when they throw it, so they're going to be a little bit more exposed. Not a lot. You saw it in the video. It's not a crazy amount, but it's something. But on top of that, Blackbeard is receiving 5 different nerfs. So, the first nerf is you can no longer rappel straight into a barricaded window. You have to punch it first and then break through it like everyone else. So, you know how I would always go up into like a site window and just hop reach it right away? You can't do that anymore. No longer possible with Blackbeard. The second major thing, when he reloads, his shield gets like not broken, but you know, like retracted. So when he's reloading, he no longer has a shield. So you can shoot him while he reloads. Currently, on the main build, if you reload, your shield goes up, but then you can still turn so that it's like protecting you and then you reload. But now, even if you turn, you have no protection. So you're going to basically just die if you reload in front of someone. And then what are the other ones? He has 1 less charge on his shield, went from 4 to 3. Doesn't really matter. What am I forgetting?
Party had happy partner anniversary.
Oh, he's losing 5 bullets in his primary weapon, the automatic rifle. Not the end of the world, but that does suck for him. Like, it's going to be less. And then, what was the other one? Oh, you can no longer aim down sight while rappelling in through a window. So one of the things I'd always do, especially on cafe, you go to cocktail window, you just hop reach a window while aim down sight, and as soon as you go in, you aim down sight, or like you're already aimed down sight, you just kill anyone you see. You can no longer do that. You can still aim down sight before you jump in, you can still aim down sight after you land, but you cannot aim down sight while you're rappelling in. You have to land and then aim down sight. So you can just be, you can't be as aggressive as you once were. That's it. Ooh, okay, next, scopes. So, on defense, the only operators with magnified scopes will now be any operator with a DMR or a slug shotgun. So, Tubarão, Aruni are the only 2 with DMRs that I can remember. And then Alibi, Maestro, and now Sentry, as well as Vigil will have ACOGs because of their slug shotguns. The ACS-12, oh yeah, Kaid as well, Azami as well. So anyone with the ACS-12 with the Boss G or a DMR will have ACOGs. No one else on defense has ACOGs. Doc, no more ACOGs. Rook, no more ACOGs. Echo, no more ACOGs. So defense, no longer going to be able to snipe you, which I think is good. I think everyone can agree ACOGs on defense were way too strong and people were using it way too much to spawn peek. Now it's finally over. Frost also loses her ACOG. But you can still use the DMRs at least, so that's cool. And then Echo, because he lost his ACOG, they're making him a 2-speed instead of a 1-speed, so small buff for him.
I already mentioned it throughout the panel, but the Reaper pistol, Raura's automatic pistol, got buffed, but I didn't think it was that good. I thought it was kind of meh. I was like, I could still control it a little bit, but I was like, it's still getting away from me. It's not as good as the other machine pistols. Okay. Oh, let's go back to toxicity thing, streamer mode. So you can no longer have custom usernames for streamer mode. You can no longer make yourself Alberto like I have been for last week. Whenever you turn on streamer mode, you will get a randomly generated name every single game. And then once the game is over, everyone sees your real name. So, I don't think
everywhere
that this is going to be necessarily bad for anyone, but it does suck for like people who want to have fun and be like, oh, I'm this person and match my username. You can no longer do that. So, kind of fun or kind of good, because then the benefit is that people can no longer have racist names. There was a big thing last summer already? Has it been a year? No, it must have been the last few months, where people were able to have the N-word as their username. So now that's no longer going to be a thing. So we no longer have racist names, but now we no longer have fun names, custom names. At the end of the day, it's probably for the better. It's probably not great to allow people to have this like option to be racist, so it sucks for us, but it's better for the game overall. Now, the big one, anti-cheat. I'll be honest, don't really have a whole lot to say there because they did not really tell us a whole lot. I don't know what of this stuff is actually coming out now and what is coming out in the future because they didn't really explain it a whole lot. But the big thing they're working on is false bans, making it more precise, and then they can update the game live whenever they want to make it harder for people to cheat and for cheat providers to go down more often. But the big thing that I actually didn't know about that they mentioned and I wrote down, Mousetrap is apparently now going to track recoil cheats better, or I don't know if they're going to punish people for recoil cheats. Whatever it is, that's good. So now console cheaters who have zero recoil are now going to be punished. I don't know whether that means moving them over to PC lobbies or if they get banned. I would hope a ban, but in the past, Ubisoft has not ever wanted to ban console players because they make them too much money. So I don't know what's going to happen there. How will it track it though? I would assume it's going to be based off of, like they'll just check what your recoil control is like. If you never deviate at all from perfect recoil, then clearly you're cheating. It also probably is going to track how it's inputted and how fast it's inputted and determine whether that's actually feasibly possible or not. But I don't know. I think that's coming this season, so that's good. Everyone's been complaining about anti-recoil cheats. Now apparently they have a fix, or it'll come out soon. I don't know. Dual front. I don't think anyone cares about dual front, but they're instead of Dokkaebi hostage rescue, it's now going to be capture a point. I don't think anyone plays dual front. I don't know anyone who actually plays dual front. And then modernized maps. I didn't check out Lair, but I did see Nighthaven Labs and Consulate. They both look nice, but I will say that they didn't seem as different as the other maps did. Like Cafe, Clubhouse, all those maps, I was like, these look very different. And then I went to Nighthaven Labs, I was like, it's just more contrasty. But I didn't get to check it too much. And then Lair, again, I didn't see. Consulate, I was like, it looks just a bit darker. So, yeah. I don't know. I think it's good overall. I did not spend the time looking at all of their, like, what's it called? The gas pipe locations. I did not check that. So I don't know how many places you'll be able to put Kapkan traps to kill people. I'm going to check that all out tomorrow. But I think the maps overall are like, it's good, but it doesn't feel as crazy anymore. One sec, I need to drink water. My throat is dry. Ugh. Okay. I think that's it. I wrote down recruits, but we kind of already talked about it. So recruits are going to have 2 new weapons. The attacker has the SR-25 DMR, and the defender has the TCS G12. So those are cool. Oh, there was some things I didn't mention. So Fenrir and Legion lose their secondary shotguns. Fenrir loses his Bailiff, Legion loses his Super Shorty, while Mai gains a secondary shotgun, a Super Shorty. So defense is now down 2 secondary shotguns, or 1 secondary shotgun overall. So down 2, up 1, net -1. And then trying to think of what else. I don't know. I'm gonna check all the TikToks I made. I don't think there's anything else. I think that was maybe the only thing they missed. People in chat are saying Rook got C4, but I'll be honest, I did not notice that. Maybe it did happen, but I didn't check that. The issue is they don't normally tell us a lot of the stuff that changes, so if we don't notice it ourselves, we just are never going to see it until other people point it out to us. I'll check my footage real quick and see if that is a thing. When I recorded the Reaper one, that one had... I looked at everyone's loadouts. Oh, but I can't. I'm in the video I took. I'm in the shooting range, so I can't actually see their gadgets. So I don't know. Maybe Rook got C4, but I did not see it. So I don't know.
I just love Dex, bro.
No bailiff on Doc. No, Doc still has the bailiff. Let me pull up that footage real quick. I don't know where you would have heard that, but as far as I'm aware, that is not true. Here. This is my recording from the test server. Doc has the bailiff, revolver, P9 still. I'm trying to think of anything else I might have missed. I didn't see, from like what we saw in the early capture and what I tested, I don't think there's many buffs this season, which is depressing. It's a lot more nerfs, but they're nerfing overpowered stuff. So that'll bring everything else a bit higher, but it doesn't feel like there's much buffs, which I'm never a huge fan of. I think that's about everything. I'll show you guys one thing real quick before I end stream, because I'm going to end stream early since there's no point in streaming more. You can see more of this in the video once it goes live, or it is live rather. Here's what happens when you put all of Denari's gadgets on one door. So this is all 7. Oh, did not mean to do that, sorry. So this is all 7. And then you can make it like, this is what we came up with, where you punch the barricade twice to make people enticed to vault through it. And then they just get hit by this. So this right here is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220, 240. 240 damage. And then when they jump through this, all the lasers go down for about 2 or 3 seconds and then they come back up.
So it's not like an Aruni gate where it has to wait 35 seconds. It's not like cap cans where they're one and done. Like they will come right back up right after. So this is a lot. Now, obviously, you have to use all your gadgets on this. Obviously, if they drone it out, they could just destroy it all, but you might be able to catch people off guard with it. And then, what else? Oh, yeah. Defender gadgets are affected by the Denari laser. So if you throw like an Elamine here, it'll destroy the Elamine. And how long is the stun slash slow? I never tested exactly how long, but people in chat said they saw that it was 8 seconds. I think it's like 5 to 8 seconds, somewhere in between there. It's long and it slows you as much as a class shield slows you. Also, one thing that's cool, which I didn't get much footage of because I couldn't get like an alternate account on, is if you put like the laser here and the laser here after, like just the first two, if you put like an Elamine here first, it'll stop the laser from generating. And then once the Elamine goes off, then the laser will come online. So one thing you could do, which we thought about, was on the floor, putting it like down here, putting another one down here, and then putting goo mines, so that once the goo mine goes off, then the laser comes on, and then it's double damage. They get slowed from the laser, slowed from the goo, damage from the goo, damage from the laser. It's a lot. So there's a lot to be able, there's a lot that you can do with this. We haven't seen the full ceiling, but creativity for this is pretty high. Now, it is important to remember that the gadget does need direct line of sight, so if there's anything in the way, even if it's like a small piece of debris, it will not connect. As far as I'm aware, barbed wire does not block the laser. I think that's everything. I think we've covered absolutely everything. So, test server for this comes out tomorrow, I think at 9 a.m. Eastern time, so I probably will be live early. Oh, I want to go rock climbing though. Fuck. I'll probably just have to go another day. I think it's live at 9 a.m. So I'll probably be live at 9 a.m. and I will do my usual thing, which is first thing, since no one's on, I will probably test a bunch of interactions between new operator and other operators using my second PC. And then I will also like probably walk through the new maps and show you, or the modernized maps and show you things. I think that's everything though. Any questions before I go? Questions on things that I did not cover, perhaps? Can we access the test server? Yes, test server will be open for everyone. I like them headphones. I love these. The Odyssey headphones, they're the best headphones I've ever owned. Denari can shut down the dirt push on bank. You gotta remember, a single grenade takes out all of these lasers that are on like one side, so it's not hard to counter. 20 feet, 20 meters between each laser. 60 feet, or like 70 feet. Am I too late for the 15 minutes? People were telling me they never even got drops. Nugget messaged me and said he didn't have drops either. Did anyone get any drops? It actually, okay, it says drops are enabled now for everyone. I see it on all the channels. I think it was just late.
I just love Dex, bro.
Yeah, even I got it. You're at 75%. Wait, are the drops still on? I can't see it because I already claimed it. I can't see it. They're still on for another 2 hours? Oh. Well, I'm definitely not streaming for another 2 hours. I feel like I'd rather just take it easy today and stream tomorrow with test server. I don't really care about going longer today. Also, I know chat doesn't care, but I am expected to end stream at a certain time today because Annie is playing through Baldur's Gate 3 and she's about to go do the final thing for the Trials of Shar, and I want to watch her do it because she's about to like enter the final room or like the final section. So I want to watch what she decides to do. Any other questions before I go? Do you think the operator will get nerfed or the laser or both at the same time? I think the new operator will not get nerfed until Season 4. I think they're going to let it play out. What do I think of Legion losing a shorty? I think I'm fine with it. I mean, he kind of offered a lot. He had bulletproof camera, good primary, lots of traps, and a secondary shotgun, so. When I do a watch party? No, we're not doing that. Does it attach to a zombie? So as far as I'm, like, we didn't test too much. I believe the gadget can stick to anything, like deployable shields, zombies, barricades, and then once the surface breaks, the gadget falls to the floor, and then we'll reconnect. I missed the panel. Can you summarize the new op? Yes. Pentagram. Devil. That's the new op. But I'll also post the entire reveal panel on my channel tomorrow, in case anyone cares. But basically, very quick summary for the new operator. Gadget, throw down. Make laser. Laser attached to all other gadgets. 7 gadgets total. Make star pentagram. Normal stream time tomorrow. I will probably start stream really early tomorrow. I think the test server goes live at 9 a.m. I will probably start at 9 a.m. As much as I don't want to. I probably will. Can it deny planting? No. As far as we're aware. We did not test that, but I don't think it can. It only does damage. Can Siege of the Battlefield 6 do a secure boot? No. That's like asking if a 1980s car can get Bluetooth on it, like a 2025 car. I think. I mean, I don't actually know the logistics behind it, but I don't think it works. But okay, chat. That is it for today. I did not know today was my partner anniversary, so I appreciate everyone, I guess, tuning in for my partner anniversary. I don't really care about that stuff, but I think I've been a partner now for 8 years or 9 years, so kind of cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the reveal panel. Appreciate everyone with all the subs, gifted subs, everything. I missed a bunch. Don't think I can go through all of them, but I appreciate all the love and support. Hope you guys enjoyed the reveal panel. I think as far as recent reveal panels go, I think this one was pretty good. It had a lot of stuff. It had a lot of changes that people have been asking for a while. Definitely missing some information on stuff we wanted, like more anti-cheat, whatever. But at the end of the day, I think balance-wise, content-wise, I think it's a pretty full patch. You know? I think that's about it. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, probably. Unless the test server goes live at noon, in which case I will see you at noon. I don't know when it goes live. We'll find out. All right. See you guys then. Bye.